For top-flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro and Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, MASCARO, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Burks Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burks Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
This summer, we're going from minor league baseball to major fun. Whether you're just stopping by or looking for that Grand Slam getaway, Windom rewards everyone. Start earning points on your next qualified by Windom hotel stay and redeem them for minor league baseball tickets and experiences all summer long. Not a Windom Rewards member? Join for free at WindomRewards.com. Restrictions apply. Visit WindomRewards.com for more details.
The Promax Fence Systems Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks and a festive atmosphere. Regular season tickets are $37 for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year, 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Looking to try something new at a Fightin Phil's game this season? Give Briganti Wines a try. Briganti Wines is ran by former Fightin Phil's great and big leaguer Mike Costanzo. Briganti Wines comes from the vineyards in Italy's Abruzzo region. They are committed to quality, authenticity, and sustainability, attracting a loyal following of customers. Get a wide variety of Briganti Wines wherever it is sold at FirstEnergy Stadium this season. Visit BrigantiWines.com to learn more.
The Reading Fightin Phil's are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
This is the Reading Fightin Phil's Pregame Show on the Our Phil's Broadcast Network, featuring exclusive interviews, content, and much more. Now out to the ballpark with broadcasters Jake Starr and Bob McCool.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to FirstEnergy Stadium as the Reading Fightin Phil's begin a new homestand, and they welcome the New Hampshire Fisher Cats to Baseball Town. Reading at 14-23 in the second half of the season. New Hampshire 1 game behind them at 13-22. Both teams coming off a series on the road in which they came up on the short end. New Hampshire losing winning 2 and losing 3 against Erie. And the Fightin Phil's in Akron ultimately losing 4 of 6 in that series. Alongside my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool, as we get set for the first of 6 here at FirstEnergy Stadium for the Fightin Phils and the Fisher Cats. So, Jake, can we take a look at the status of the ball club as they come home to take on this New Hampshire team that, like the Phils, is on the bottom looking up at the rest of the Northeast Division standings of the Eastern League. But a chance for the Fightins to make some hay in terms of the wins and loss columns against a team in New Hampshire. But I guess more importantly, where this team is. And obviously there's been some additions. There will be some more additions as this series continues here in Reading to the makeup of this roster. But one of those new additions that has been here now for the last couple series is Justin Crawford. Highly anticipated elevation from him from Jersey Shore to Reading, and he has come pretty much as advertised what he's done in a Fightin Phils uniform.
Yeah, Justin Crawford has looked really good so far in a Reading uniform. Had a really strong week last week on the road at Akron, 7 for 21 overall. Of course, that was highlighted by a 3-hit day, 5 RBI when he had a grand slam home run for his first home run at the AA level. I mean, we've talked about it a lot. He has all the tools. We've seen that, and of course the big thing on him is going to be continuing to find ways to get the baseball in the air and drive it. And we saw that last week at Akron, and the hope is we can kind of see him build off that success that he had on Saturday. Didn't play Sunday, so last time he was out there, had a good taste in his mouth and the way the game ended, so the hope is that that can kind of carry over to tonight.
And then the other that you really kind of jumps out at you right now, and he falls into the category of, oh, what could have been, is Gabriel Rincones, who began the season, looked like he was really finding his way here at AA, and then the injury bug hit him. He was on the injured list for an extended period of time. He has returned to the Reading Fightin Phils over the last couple of weeks, and over the last week and a half, if not the last 2 series for sure, he has really found a groove in the middle of the Fightins lineup.
Yeah, he's a bat that we thought early on in the year was going to be a force to be reckoned with, and he's at 9 home runs right now on the season, right? So I think Rincones, a guy, if he was here the entire year and didn't get hurt, he's probably someone that could have flirted with 20, 25. I don't want to stretch it too far, maybe even 30 home runs. So for a guy like Rincones, obviously it's unfortunate after a strong 2023 season that he didn't get a chance to really have a full year. Of course, missed a lot of time after that injury that he suffered at the end of April. But look, like Crawford, Rincones, you got 5 weeks, you got 30 games left on the docket, now barring whether or not there's playoffs, but 30 regular season games left on the schedule. So it's just a chance for the Fightin Phils to, hey, finish the season strong, but for a lot of these guys, a lot of these prospects to kind of show what they got. And I think it's an exciting time because you have a lot of exciting guys on this team. For the past 2 years, Bob, I know we've looked at Clearwater, we've looked at Jersey Shore, looked at all the success that they've had, and we asked, when are these guys going to get the Reading? Well, the time's here. Like I said, whether or not how deep of a run Reading can go, I think they have a chance to finish this year strong and start next year off really strong. But the group's here. The core has kind of risen up, right? You have pitching. You got a couple more arms today in Moises Chaussee and Braden Falsnaw. And, you have the guys that were in Clearwater and Jersey Shore last year, Crawford, Rincones, Ricketts. So you got those guys. They're here. So just a chance for them really over the next 5 weeks to finish the season strong at AA level and hopefully find a way to continue to develop.
And then there's the stealth bomber in the middle of that lineup, and that's Otto Kemp, and he serves a valuable role for a number of reasons. He's played a solid third base, but he has produced consistent numbers. And what makes him even more vital is on a left-handed dominant lineup, especially at the top, Otto Kemp slides in there from the right-hand side. And so it gives Al Padrique the availability to put him in the middle of the lineup, depending on how he wants to break up his left-handers. If it's in the 3-hole, if it's in the 4-hole, if it's in the 5-hole, Otto Kemp can pretty much slide into any one of those spots and not really change the dynamic.
Yeah, Kemp's been a mainstay in this lineup, whether it's against lefties or whether it's against righties. And Al Padrique has kind of shown that when it's a righty pitcher, he has the luxury to finally do this. He's gone 4 straight lefties, right? Tonight it's Crawford, Ricketts, Rincones, Taylor, and then Kemp. So it's a righty you can kind of mix in. He's batted 5th mostly against lefties, maybe a little bit higher, 3rd or 4th against righties. But look, Otto Kemp's a guy, he'll be 25 in September, but he's a guy who I know we've talked about a lot that I think people should be paying attention to. You come to these games, You're looking at Crawford, you're looking at Rincones, Ricketts, even Carson Taylor has put his name on the map a bit this year. But I think Kemp is one of those guys who, he's got tools. He's really good defensively. He has shown an ability to hit for contact. He's shown an ability to hit for power. Just a really good build for a corner infielder and someone who's been really good since coming to AA. It's been over 2 months. June 11th was when he was called up. And I think Kemp's a guy. Look, I don't put stock in lists. Who cares about prospect ranking lists? But it wouldn't shock me when the next one comes out, Kemp is included on that because he's done the work this year, and he has the tools really to be on one.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody's more excited about the talent level that has been raised here in Reading with the additions that we've been talking about over the course of this pregame show, more than the manager, Al Badrique. In our last series with the Fightin Phils and the Hartford series, in our pregame conversation with Al Badrique, a little bit as much off the air as on the air, he's excited about the talent level that's coming here to Reading and what it might portray, not only for the remainder of this season, but what may be in line as well in 2025. It could very well be a preview look of what the Reading Fightin Phils may look like in April of 2025 with what is going to be here in Reading over the course of the remainder of this series and in the final series that will be played here in Baseball Town that first week of September. So now's the time to come out and see what this team might look like over the course of the next couple weeks, because there's some players here who are worth getting excited about, whether they're on the mound or whether they're at the plate. And I think if Al Badrique is excited about that talent level, I think the fans should be as well.
And we've talked about it a lot. It is an organization at the lower levels the last couple of years, really. I think since Preston Mattingly and Dave Dombrowski have taken over and really started to retool the organization, the lower levels have been really good. I mean, there's a lot of talent down in the Complex League. I saw today that Starlin Cava, Eduardo Tayit, Arun Escobar all kind of came in on Baseball America's top 20 Florida Complex League rankings. So we've known the talent is there. We've seen the talent, obviously, in Clearwater and Jersey Shore. Of course, another really good draft class, early returns look like. But the nice thing's been there's been that talent. They've had a lot of success. Now's the time to challenge them, and we're seeing that kind of happen, like we said. Justin Crawford, Otto Kemp, Rincones, and of course some new guys that are here. Braden Faustna, Moises Chassé, the Phillies, pretty much wasting little time promoting Chassé. Granted, like Seth Johnson, who was called up to AAA today, even though their time in the Phillies organization at their respective levels was short, they still spent the entire years in high A or AA respectively. So I think you're getting to a point now where, hey, it's time to challenge some guys and see what they got. And we're seeing that with Pena and Johnson getting caught up. We're seeing it now with Faustna, Chassé, Zach Arnold. And I mean, look, I'm sure we got 5 weeks to go. I don't know anything, but I'm sure there'll be some more guys that get challenged the rest of the way.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. But to your point about the organization in its entirety, if you look at this organization and you're honest about it, it's pretty much top-heavy and bottom-heavy. Obviously top-heavy because the team in Philadelphia, although they haven't been great over the course of the last couple of weeks, they're pretty good. They're 20 games over 500. They're in first place. They're a playoff contender, a World Series contender. So there's that, and there's some heavy-duty contracts there as well. That team is in place and is built to win right now. And then you kind of have some gaps in between to, as Jake was alluding to, some of the bottom heavy of this organization. Some really good young talent that Dave Dombrowski and Preston Mattingly and the scouting organization have added into this team and this organization over the course of the last couple of drafts. And now you have another draft class that is now starting to get activated within the system as well, because there's no longer the short seasons in baseball that they used to have. College players and high school players who were drafted, they had a short season for them to play with. They're pretty much now pushed into, if they're ready, they're going to play at Clearwater already. And so it's also a case now with all across baseball. It's a numbers crunch game as well in terms of the number of players that you can have on your rosters, including all the minor leagues. So now becomes the time where, all right, it's time for us to move some guys out of the way and make some openings for some other players, and that's going to affect things here in Reading. It's going to affect things in Lehigh Valley as well.
Baseball has changed a lot, Bob, over the last 5 years. I think COVID was kind of the turning point when Major League Baseball took over the minor league operations. And the thing is, look, 5-10 years ago, you're a draft pick, you go to the Complex League. Well, that season ended before the draft pretty much. Or You could go to Williamsport, low A. Well, that's not a thing anymore. Some teams even had advanced rookie ball. That's gone, right?
Yep.
There's no short season ball anymore, right, outside of the Summer League in the Dominican Republic and the Photo Complex League. So, look, if you're a draft pick, Carson DiMartini, John Spikerman, Carter Matheson, just a few guys, they're in Clearwater. And, of course, I know Dante Nori hasn't been assigned to a full season team yet. We'll see if he does. They did push Miller last year, but obviously have to see what they see out of Dante Nori, the first-round pick so far. But between that and between the 165-man roster crunch, I hate to say it, but it's sink or swim. It's kind of what it's really been turned into. You come in, you get a chance, and you got a couple of years to prove yourselves. And if you don't, it comes down to a numbers crunch. And there's going to be, a lot of unfortunate decisions that have to be made. I mean, you look at AAA, a guy like Nick Podkul gets released, who great person, great player, and was having a pretty good year in AAA, but it is just a case of, hey, we got to get ourselves down to 165 so we can start to work these draft picks in. So Nick Podkul, unfortunately, becomes, victim of that. I think Nick Podkul is going to get picked up very quickly by another team because he's totally someone who can contribute and hopefully has a chance to crack a big league roster here eventually. But it's the nature that the sport has turned. Like I said, whether you think it's for better or worse, that's up for interpretation. That's left up for debate. But it's just kind of the nature that it is. And it's going to be an interesting but an exciting last 5 weeks of the season, at least at the AA level, 4 weeks at single A. But I think there's going to be movement. There always is movement. But I think kind of what we see from these rosters now, I think they're going to try and get some continuity out of them for the next 4 or 5 weeks because, like I said, you get some continuity. You see maybe a preview, okay, what are we going to have next year? And for Reading, I think it's an exciting prospect of prospects, pun intended, that, you're going to have here in Reading and see, hey, this could be a preview of what the opening day roster looks like next year. Maybe it's a group that can, take a run at a first half title next year. But, of course, getting this valuable experience, getting these at-bats against AA pitching, it's going to be so big, like we said, for the guys like Justin Crawford and Rincones, Otto Kemp, Eric Brito. Unfortunately, Leandro Pineda kind of misses out on that, being done for the year on the 60-day injury list. So, it just is a matter of, have to kind of wait and see. But I think it's going to be an exciting next 5 weeks. Regardless of where Reading ends up, just a chance to kind of sit back and enjoy some, high-caliber prospects.
And if you looked at the weather forecast, there's no better time to come out and watch some baseball here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Over the course of the next couple of nights and in this home series, the weather looks absolutely idyllic. We're going to take a timeout. It's time for us to play some baseball. We'll come back with lineups and first pitch on the Reading Fightin Phils Radio Network.
Stand up, hands up. City of brotherly love. Stand up, hands up.
Wilson hits it in the air, out towards right. Oh, watch it fly, and it's a walk-off. Game-winning home run for Ethan Wilson.
This one driven into left center field. Turn and say goodbye. Carlos De La Cruz clears the scoreboard in left center field. Home run number 21 in the fight. Jump out on top.
You're listening to Reading Fightin Phils Baseball on the R-Phils Radio Network.
Swing and a miss and back-to-back strikeouts as Sanchez cannot catch up to the 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Abel.
Swing and a miss, he struck him out. 10 strikeouts tonight for Griff McGarry.
Now, out to the ballpark with your broadcasters, Jake Starr and Bob McCool.
The Ringing Hill Chorus with the rendition of our national anthem. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to FirstEnergy Stadium. Reading Fightin Phils and the New Hampshire Fisher Cats set to go. The Fisher Cats at 13-23, overall at 43-61. Reading Fightin Phils 46-61 overall in the season, and at 15-24 as we get set to start tonight's ball game. Alongside Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. An absolutely gorgeous evening here in FirstEnergy Stadium in a baseball town. Today's game time temperature presented by All Time Enterprises is 77 degrees. A little bit of a breeze blowing at about 3, 4, 5 miles an hour, but the American flag on top of the flagpole on the roof of the Redner's Event Center is all but still here in baseball town. Here is the starting lineup for the Fisher Cats. Deshaun Brown is leading off, and he'll be in center field. R.J. Schreck bats second. He's in right field. Alex DeJesus bats third, and he is at third base. Yohendrick Pinyango is in left field and batting cleanup. Cade Doty is batting fifth, and at second base, batting sixth, and at first base is Charles McAdoo. Batting seventh is the designated hitter Michael Turconi. Batting eighth is the shortstop Josh Rivera, and batting ninth is the catcher Robert Brooks. That lineup faces right-hander for the Fightin Phils, Noah Scaro.
It's the 20th appearance for Noah Scaro this year. It's his 12th start overall as he's kind of seesawed between starter and reliever this year. He's 4-3, a 5.40 ERA. He's gone 65 innings, which now with Pena gone is the most innings thrown by a Fightin Phils pitcher this year. 83 hits, 35 walks, 45 strikeouts, and a 305 opponent's average against. And look, got to hope for Scaro here. If he can get you at least 2 times through the order, limit the damage, that's what you'll take tonight here against the Fisher Cats.
So it's Deshaun Brown who leads it off. Brown hitting at 200. This is a Fisher Cat that lineup and roster that has seen its fair share of shuffling as well over the course of the last couple of weeks, with some promotions and some trades made by their parent club, the Toronto Blue Jays. And the first pitch thrown by Noah Scaro coming a little bit late tonight at 7:06 is on the inside corner for a called strike one. Brown started and stopped and takes the second pitch from Scaro up high. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Scaro, 5-pitch mix, 4-seam fastball, 2-seam fastball, cutter, changeup, and curveball included in his offerings.
Swing and a miss as he cannot catch up with the cutter. It's 1-2 now to Brown. Brown played 74 games at Vancouver, the high A affiliate of the Blue Jays, before being promoted to New Hampshire on August the 6th at 257 at Vancouver. This one a line drive, but right at Robert Moore, playing just to the left of the second base bag, and makes the grab for out number 1.
Always a good feeling, Bob, when the scouting report works to perfection, but obviously it's been almost a year since we've seen New Hampshire here in Reading. It was last week of August that the Fisher Cats were last here, but think of all the teams that we've seen from last year to this year here. Of course, that's the only experience we can speak on. New Hampshire, definitely the team who's had the largest roster turnover over the last year.
R.J. Schreck now will bat. Left-hand hitter takes one outside for a ball. Schreck was 4 for 15 in the 5-game series in Erie. Both, pretty much all the series last week were affected by the weather. And so ultimately only 5 of the 6 games played in the series against Erie, with Erie winning 3 of those 5. Schreck takes a second pitch from Scaro a little bit low and away. It's ball 2, 2-0. And this one fouled out of play. It's 2 balls and a strike. Schreck, one of the players we're talking about who was added to this roster based on a trade made by the Blue Jays. On July the 29th of 2024, he was traded to Toronto in a trade that sent Justin Turner to the Seattle Mariners. Schreck drafted by the Mariners last year from Vanderbilt in the 9th round. And he started and stopped on this one. It's 3 balls and a strike. So played at Everett, the high A affiliate for the Mariners before that trade, for the most part, at 261 and 12 home runs. Had been promoted to Arkansas, the AA affiliate for Seattle, for 8 games and was 4 for 28. This one is lifted straight up in the infield. It's going to be another opportunity for the second baseman, Robert Moore, and he's there for out number 2.
Busy first inning for Robert Moore in the field, but 2 quick outs for Noah Scaro on 9 pitches. You'll certainly take that. It's a New Hampshire team. Reading stalled twice, last week of June, last week of July. And Reading took 3 of 5 at the end of June, and they ended up splitting the series in July. But you argue, we've talked about this, probably a series Reading could have, should have won to end July. So it's a team Reading's definitely looked better than on paper. and see if they can find a way to show it tonight.
Alex DeJesus now bats for the Fisher Cats, and Scaro gets the first one over for a strike. Scaro winds and delivers 0-1 pitch is fouled down the first baseline. There are some players out there other than Robert Moore playing defense. Ethan Wilson is in left. Justin Crawford is in center. Gabriel Rincones is in right. Carson Taylor at first. Moore again is at second. Eric Brito's at short. Otto Kemp is at third, and Caleb Ricketts is behind the plate. No balls and a strike to Alex DeJesus. DeJesus hitting at 254 on the season. A swing and a miss and a late one at that, and that will retire the side as Noah Scaro carves his way through the top of the lineup for the Fisher Cats, who go 1-2-3 in the first. We'll take a timeout. Back at Ready Fight Phil's Radio Network as the home team comes to the plate for the first time.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tomkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tomkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tomkins. They're good people.
Tomkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Art Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 9 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksareus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Art Phils.
Time for us to take a look at tonight's starting lineups for the Ready Fight Phils, presented by Golden Oaks Landscaping. Justin Crawford back in leadoff spot, and in center field, Caleb Ricketts bats second and is the catcher for the Fights. Gabriel Rincones, who is lightning hot right now for the Fights, is batting third. And in right field, Carson Taylor bats fourth and is at first base. Otto Kemp bats fifth, is at third. Robert Moore bats sixth, he's at second base. Ethan Wilson in left field is batting seventh. Marcus Lee Sang bats eighth, he's the designated hitter tonight for the Fightin' Phils. And Eric Brito bats ninth and is at shortstop. And the first pitch to Justin Crawford is outside for a ball, thrown by right-hander Devereaux Harrison on the mound for the Fisher Cats.
21st appearance, all starts for Harrison, 4-6 with a 4.97 ERA this year.
This one up the middle from Crawford, and it's going to squirt its way to center field for a leadoff base hit. Crawford did hit it hard, but he had enough on it to get it to roll right up the middle in the center field, and he picks up the base hit.
Visually disappealing, I don't know if that's the right word, but like visually it looks slow. It was 95 off the bat, but I guess because they just had a longer way to travel than a sharply hit ball to the corner.
It's that thick grass infield here at FirstEnergy.
The grass is well cut, it's well trimmed.
It's absolutely cut, but it's very thick. It's like a carpet out there. It's so thick now. But Justin Crawford is at first base. It's Caleb Ricketts now will bat. Left-handed hitter takes one up and away for a ball.
So to finish the line on Harrison, 99 2/3 innings pitched, 94 hits. He's walked 44, so that's been a bit of an issue. 82 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 245 against Devereaux Harrison, the 23-year-old.
1 ball and no strikes to Ricketts, who's hitting at 229 on the season with 7 home runs and 27 RBIs. The 1-0 pitch is a bit outside. It's 2-0. Actually, it was on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 1-1. Matt Blackburrow calling the balls and strikes. Garrett Griffin is at first. Charlie Welling is at third in our 3-man Eastern League umpiring crew. 1-1 pitch to Ricketts is lined in the right field. Falling fast. That's going to be a base hit. Crawford takes a look, and he will put on the brakes and stop at second base. So back-to-back base hits for the Fightins to start here in the first.
Now that one, bit of a bleeder from Caleb Ricketts. It was a fastball pretty much inside. Got him on the hands, but he muscled it enough to get it in. And for a second, I thought Crawford would have had a shot to get the third. But you got to give credit to R.J. Streck, the right fielder, who got over to the ball rather quickly.
So that will bring up Rincones, as he said, lightning hot as he comes in after a 9-for-26 series against the Rubber Ducks. He's hitting at 298 with 8 home runs and 17 RBIs, and the first pitch to him was a ball. In that series, he had 3 doubles, 3 home runs, and drove in 8. So Al Padrique, who had been batting Rincones in the 2-hole with Ricketts 3, now flip-flops those two, with Rincones now with 2 men on, nobody out here in the first. Swing and a miss, and a good off-speed pitch had him way out in front on the changeup.
Wonder if the thought process of flip-flopping Ricketts and Rincones is to offer Ricketts some protection.
Yeah.
Granted, I mean, now Rincones has protection to Carson Taylor, but Ricketts, who had been struggling, they're forced to pitch to him because they don't want to have to go against Rincones.
1-1 pitch to Rincones is up high for a ball, and it also gives Rincones a chance to drive in some more runs, theoretically, if that works out, as it looks like it has the possibility of doing right now with the first 2 men in Crawford and Ricketts getting base hits here to start this bottom of the first inning. 2 balls and a strike now to Rincones. Take a look back at second, comes with his pitch, it's way inside, it's 3-1.
Now you find yourself in an interesting situation because you don't want to load the bases and face Carson Taylor. He's Reading's best run producer, so if you're Rincones, you got to sit there and think, okay, it's got to be a perfect pitch, and if you're Harrison, let's see if he gives in.
He takes a look back at Crawford, comes with his 3-1 pitch. It's lifted straight up, shallow center field. Shortstop Josh Rivera back on the grass, and he'll make the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, it was a fastball up in the zone. It was a strike to Gabriel Rincones Jr. Not sure if it's a pitch to drive, and he just couldn't get his hands on top of it enough. Got underneath it, but see if Taylor can pick up Rincones. As we said, Taylor's been Reading's best run producer this year at 66 RBI.
Hendrik Pinango is in left field for the Fisher Cats. Hassan Brown is in center. R.J. Schreck, as we talked about, is in right. Charles McAdoo is at first base. Cabe Doty is at second. Josh Rivera just made that last play, is at short. Alex DeJesus is at third with Robert Brooks behind the plate. The first pitch to Carson Taylor over for a called strike. As Jake said, Taylor, the leader in the RBI category, is 66, just about every other category as well. 15 home runs to go along with his .284 batting average. 2 on, 1 out. Bottom of the first, 0-1 pitch, misses outside, it's 1-1. Trying to get him to chase the changeup away, and Taylor holds off. So as we talked about, 4 straight lefties for the Fightins to start here against the right-handed pitching of Harrison, who has given up 15 home runs on the season. And that pitch is low and inside, it's 2-1. Harrison drafted by the Toronto Blue Jays in the 9th round in 2022 out of Long Beach State. 23-year-old right-hander, pitching from the stretch with 2 on. Takes a look back at Crawford at second, comes with his pitch, beaten on the ground, off the glove of McAdoo and into foul territory. Crawford rounding third, he will score. Taylor safe at first, and the Fightins are on the board first. It's 1-0 Reading.
Yeah, ball was hit hard by Carson Taylor, 104 off the bat. I mean, I assume they're going to give it an error. That's because it was off the glove of McAdoo, but it was hit hard, so whether it's a hit or an error, you know, Taylor made it hard on McAdoo to make the play. If it's a hit, it's RBI number 67. Of course, if it's an error, then it's not, but still 1-0, and it is an E3, so 3rd of the year on McAdoo.
I'm trying to figure out if McAdoo thought that ball was in his glove, because he kept running to first base, and the ball was laying in foul territory. Kate Doty, the second baseman, to go pick it up. Here's Kemp swinging at the first pitch, comebacker to the mound, and a little bit of indecision by Harrison to whether to go to second or not, but he goes to first. So Kemp out on 1 pitch. Both runners move up. Ricketts to third, Taylor to second now, and there are 2 outs in the inning.
So in essence, it's basically a bunt. Of course, 2 outs. You're starting to hit to score the runs, but pass ball wild pitch does bring 1 home. And yeah, Harrison, just a little bit of indecision, and as soon as you have that, especially when you already have an out in the inning, you just go to first and get the sure one.
So 2 on, now 2 out. Run in for Robert Moore, switch hitter, .236 on the season. Swings to the first pitch, and he lifts it up into shallow right field. Second baseman Doty backs up, but he'll give way to Schreck. The right fielder will make the catch. And that quickly, the inning comes to an end for the Fightins. They do score a run. They do it on 2 hits, 1 costly error, and 2 men left on base. 1 complete in Reading. Fightins 1, Cats nothing.
The Seidel Auto Group deck is a great spot for all fans with a summer picnic life and great tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you might even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in the home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are $34 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit rfields.com/groups or call 370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
International Fireworks is the official sponsor of the R-Phil's fireworks shows during the 2024 season. Head to their store at 242 Sycamore Road in Douglasville. And of course, R-Phil's, as always, with bobblehead giveaway tonight and fireworks throughout the weekend as well. Great turnout for tonight's game. The lineup for the Alec Bohm bobblehead tonight was wrapped around FirstEnergy Stadium, all the way up and around the left field wall as far as the eye could see, lined up for the bobblehead before the game tonight. As Johendrik Pinyango leads it off for the Fisher Cats here in the second, facing Noah Scaro, who retired New Hampshire 1-2-3 in the first. Pinyango was 6 for 17 for New Hampshire in that series against Erie, and hitting at .296 in his time in a Fisher Cats uniform as he fouls this one straight back off the backstop. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Pinyango acquired by the Blue Jays at the trade deadline from the Chicago Cubs. In a trade that sent right-handed pitcher Nate Pearson to the Cubs as this one's fouled away and into the seats. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Pinyango. So Pinyango played at 2 levels in the Cubs organization, both high A and double A, South Bend and Tennessee before that trade. 55 games in double A at Tennessee, hit .223 with 4 home runs. And this pitch is out, it's low and away, it's a ball, it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So he's 8 for 27 in a Fisher Cat uniform, including a 6 for 17 road trip against Erie. That one's up high, and now Scaro has run the count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff man here in the second. Pinyango to be followed by Kay Doty and then Charles McAdoo for New Hampshire. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the left-hand hitter. Low and away ball 4, and New Hampshire has its first base runner.
And of course, that's kind of been the Achilles heel for Scaro this year. 36 walks now in 66 innings. Pretty much a walk every other inning for Scaro. And look, against a team like New Hampshire, it's an offense that has struggled to hit. You've seen it this year. Just need to find a way to limit the free passes and force them to beat you with the sticks.
And in the body language department, Scaro agreeing wholeheartedly with Jake Starr because he was not happy with himself for surrendering ball 4 and a leadoff walk to Pinyango as Kay Doty steps in, and the first pitch from Scaro is there for a called strike. Scaro working really quickly all of a sudden, comes right back with the 0-1 pitch that's up and in for a ball.
And look, let's see how he responds here. If you find a way to get a ground ball, or even you can just get Doty out. Feel a lot better kind of about the trajectory that this inning goes.
Doty hitting at .219 on the season, a home run and 9 RBIs, and this pitch is outside. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike to the right-handed hitter. Only 3 lefties in the lineup for Cesar Martin, manager for the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Two and 1 to Doty. And a good breaking ball there, and it's there for a called strike. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cesar Martin coaching at third base. Delta Cleary coaching at first base for the Fisher Cats. 2-2 pitch. Up high and away, it's 3-2. So Scaro goes to a full count on the first 2 batters here in the second. And this one's fouled away, and it finds its way to the seats, and it remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Scaro not even taking a look at Pinyango before he came to a set, or after he came to a set on that last pitch. And that's outside again. Back-to-back walks here to start the second inning. Caleb Ricketts will now take a visit to Noah Scaro, maybe if nothing else to settle him down a little bit. As we said, Scaro, nobody to be mad at but himself right now, as he's run the count full to the first two hitters and proceeded to walk both of them.
Yeah, gotta think this conversation is a more, settle down conversation. You're one ground ball. I'm feeling a whole lot better about where this inning is at right now.
Charles McAdoo now will bat. McAdoo 2 for 23 in his time with the Fisher Cats. He too acquired by Toronto in a trade. He came from the Pirates on a trade at the end of July. As we said, lots of new blood for this Fisher Cat roster, whether they be call-ups from High A or part of trades made by the Blue Jays at the trade deadline. First pitch from Scaro catches the outside corner to McAdoo. It's no balls and a strike. 2-1, nobody out, top half of the second. And that one just misses outside. It's 1-1.
McAdoo, though, familiar with the Eastern League, played for Altoona for a good bit of this season. Played 27 games with the Curve before the trade over to Toronto.
1 ball, 1 strike. This one fouled out of play. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to McAdoo.
McAdoo, a part of the trade that sent Isaiah Connor-Falefa, a infielder, back to the Pirates from the Blue Jays.
McAdoo just drafted by the Pirates in 2023 in the 13th round out of San Jose State. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the right-handed hitter. Misses outside, it's 2-2. So it was a smooth first inning for Noah Scaro. Quickly working through 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first, but now he's walked 2 in this inning, and now he's 2-2 on McAdoo. And that's over for a called strike 3, and that's strikeout number 2 for Scaro, and a big one here in the second.
Yeah, big one is right. A cutter that gets the corner. Great spot, gets the call from the home plate umpire. So now you got 1 out. Obviously, you can't breathe easy yet, but you feel a little bit better, and you're in the same spot now where a ground ball gets you out of the inning.
That'll bring up Michael Turconi. Turconi hitting at .226 on the season for the Fisher Cats, a home run and 22 RBIs. First pitch swings and fouls it out of play as it sails over the top of the 67 club and out of play. Turconi, one of those 3 left-handed hitters in the Fisher Cat lineup. Scaro, a long look at Ricketts. Now comes from the stretch. Takes a look back at second. And right through the glove of Ricketts and all the way to the backstop. It's going to be a ball, but it's going to be a pass ball as well. That went right through Ricketts' glove.
I was going to say, that's going to be a pass ball, which will be the 6th of the season for Ricketts, who, all in all, is in pretty solid defensively behind home plate. 6 pass balls, just 4 errors, and a boatload of games behind home plate this year for the Fightin' Phils.
Pinyango started to dance off of second. If Scaro had stepped off, he could have had him picked up. He wasn't stealing the bag, but he's kind of wandered pretty far off of second. And you almost wonder if Ricketts thought he was going to take off and took his eye off the pitch. So now it's runners at second and third. There's a swing and a miss. It's 1-2 now to Turconi. So a huge spot here for Scaro. He's got a 1-0 lead, 2 on, 1 out, top half of the second inning.
So it's the 60th game behind the plate this year for Ricketts, and this just is 6 pass balls. So as we said, defensively, he's looked pretty good.
1-2 pitch coming from Scaro. Beats it foul. Turconi with 11 doubles on the season. He's a Pittsburgh native. Played his high school baseball at Blackhawk High School in suburban Pittsburgh. Then played at Wake Forest before being drafted by the Blue Jays in 2022. 1-2 pitch. Started and stopped. The pitch is up high. They'll appeal and say no, he did not go around. So it's 2-2 now to Turconi.
Infield's back for the Fightin' Phils, so pretty much wanted to trade an out for a run. should anything be on the ground. Outfield's pretty normal depth, except they're shaded to the other way against the lefty.
2-2 pitch from Scaro. On the ground to Robert Moore. They'll concede the run. Moore will get the out at first, and the game is tied at 1-1. So Turconi gets the RBI, his 23rd of the season, as Pinyango scores the Fisher Cats' first run.
Yeah, does a job. He knew infield's back. I just got to put something in play that's not a line drive, and it's going to score a run, and that's exactly what he did.
In the meantime, Doty moves to third base now as Josh Rivera will bat. And the first pitch to Rivera is there for a called strike. Rivera in the series against Erie went 0 for 15. Another in the players acquired by the Blue Jays at the trade deadline, as this one's lifted into center. Justin Crawford will drift to his left, and he'll make the catch for the third and final out. So the walks hurt Noah Scaro. First two batters of the inning walked, so the Cats get a run without the benefit of a hit. There were no errors and one man left. We'll head to the bottom of the second. It's 1-1 in Reading.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Burks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Bottom half of the second inning brought to you by Cornwall Manor, an active senior living not-for-profit community in scenic Cornwall, Pennsylvania, outside of Lebanon. Alongside Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. As the fights come to play here at the bottom of the second in a 1-1 tie. Ethan Wilson will lead it off for the Fights, to be followed by Marcus Lee Sang and Eric Brito. That is 7, 8, and 9 in Al Padrique's lineup. Skipper coaching at third base, Carl Ellison coaching at first for the Fightins. Wilson hitting at .223 on the season with 4 home runs and 22 RBIs. And first pitch to him is up and in for a ball. Jake, I go back to the conversation I had with Ethan Wilson in that series against Hartford when he was our player of the game and talking to the postgame show, and he said, "I'm done tinkering." That was a direct quote from Ethan Wilson. The frustration in his face and in his voice about the series and about the season that he's had here at Reading, just feeling as if he's just trying to do too much. And the mental aspect of this game can grind on you as much as anything, especially obviously when the work is being put in, but you're not finding the success. Ethan Wilson, a 2-1 count. Rips this one, but foul. It's 2-2.
Yeah, he crushed that one, but no, I mean, it's a real thing. A lot of guys will tinker. You start to think about your swing a lot, and you tighten up because you think about it. Think about on the golf course. You go out there, you're thinking about your swing, and you're tight, and you're not hitting the ball well. Then it's the 16th, 17th hole. It's been an awful round, and you say, you know what? I'm just going to say forget about it and just let it rip. And then you swing one, 280 down the fairway, best drive of the day, and you're like, why couldn't I have done that all day? And then that's why you keep coming back out.
Brings you back for another.
But that's kind of like that same line of thinking.
2-2 pitch misses outside. It's ball 3. 3-2 now to Ethan Wilson leading off here in the second. And he fouls another one out of play to stay alive at 3 balls and 2 strikes. He was 5 for 17 in the series on the road trip to Akron. And had a solid series against Hartford as well. So you can sense that he feels a difference. 3-2. And that's ball 4. So Ethan Wilson works a walk. And so second straight inning, Phils have their leadoff man on board.
Well, leadoff men have reached in the bottom of the first, top of the second, bottom of the second. And the last 2 times the leadoff men have reached, they've scored. So we'll see if the Fightin' Phils can keep that trend going here with Wilson aboard.
Marcus Lee Sang will bat. It's been a struggle for Lee Sang for the last couple of weeks. Batting average down to 233 as he stands in. And first pitch to him is outside for a ball. Lee Sang, the designated hitter tonight for the Fightins. He was 2 for 13 on the trip to Akron. Wilson, a runner you got to pay attention to at first, and the pitch is way outside. It's 2-0. Try to throw him a 1-0 changeup, and it kind of broke away from the plate, and it's 2-0. So that's 3 straight missed now by Harrison. Rips this one past the first baseman and into right field for a base hit. Ethan Wilson will round second and headed for third as Schreck digs it out in the corner, gets it back in. It'll be a stand-up double for Marcus Lee Sang, and the Fightins have something going here in the second.
That's got to feel good for Marcus. 11th double of the year. It was a fastball up and in, and he got around on it quickly. Quick hands from Marcus Lee Sang. 104 off the bat, down the line. And Wilson gets the stop sign. It's a good job by Schreck to get it in quickly. But now you're looking at a situation here. Looks like New Hampshire will bring the infield up in a tie game. So Brito, you got to do a job. You got to elevate something here and try and get this run home. Outfield's going to play very, very shallow here against Brito.
Brito called up from Jersey Shore on the 16th of July. He's driven in just 2 runs in his time in Reading. But he was 4 for 14 on the trip to Akron. First pitch to him is up for a ball. And the second is a bit low. It's 2-0.
So change of course for New Hampshire. Corner is up, middle, back. So if you're Brito, basically just avoid hitting it to a corner.
Wilson runner at third, Lee Sang at second. The 2-0 pitch is at the knees for a called strike. It's 2-1. Brito, the right-handed hitter, comes from Devereaux Harrison, and it's fouled out of play, and all of a sudden it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brito at 241 in his time with the Fightins. As I mentioned, the 2 RBIs, he does have 3 doubles. He's loaned 3 extra base hits. In Jersey Shore in 70 games, he had 263 with 20 RBIs. Now he'll call time at the plate in a 2-2 count. Top of the order, and Justin Crawford in the on-deck circle for the Fightins. 2 on, nobody out. Bottom half of the second inning. Fouls another one out of play as Eric Brito stays alive. This one lined into right field for a base hit. Wilson will score. They're going to hold up Marcus Lee Sang, but the Fightins are back up on top on the RBI single by Eric Brito.
Eric Brito does a job, and he's been swinging a good bat lately. Got a pitch, a little bit inside to him, but he was able to float it in the right field for a base hit, and the Fightin' Phils are looking to threaten here.
Back on top, 2-1 as Justin Crawford will come to the plate. Crawford got the first inning started, came around to score the first run of the ball game with a leadoff base hit. Now stands in with runners at the corners and still nobody out. Crawford had 9 RBIs on the road trip to Akron, including the grand slam that Jake mentioned earlier in the broadcast. And the first pitch to Crawford is up high for a ball.
So get this, Justin Crawford has 10 career home runs. 3 of them have been grand slams.
Really? I did not know that. That's amazing. 1-0 pitch is way up high again. It's 2-0.
That stat comes courtesy of the Reading Fightin' Phils Research and Public Relations Department.
You know any of those guys?
No, not at all. It's just really official sounding name for
one dude?
Well, one dude, yeah.
2 balls and no strikes to Crawford. This one ripped into right field, fair or foul. It's hooking foul and onto the pool deck in right field. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Well,
you knew it was going to be foul.
Distance.
Well, yeah, but there was only guys on first and third, so it's probably
true.
It's probably going to hook foul. It's 2 balls and a strike now to Crawford.
344 feet on that one. That was way inside.
Brito takes off. Crawford lifts this into center field. It'll be a long run for Brown. He will not get there. Brito going to be waved around as well. It's going to be a 2-run double, and the Fightins now lead it 4-1.
2 hits today for Justin Crawford. Double number 6, RBI number 14. Hit it hard, 103 off the bat, 360 feet. That'll bring a mound visit here. But hey, look, the biggest knock on Justin Crawford is his ability to hit the ball into the air. We're starting to see him really do a great job driving a baseball. That was not a cheapie by any sleight of the imagination. That ball was smoked to center field. And Brown was playing him pretty deep too, and he still got it over his head. And I don't know if you were paying attention to Eric Brito at all, but boy, was he flying.
Yeah, he was off on the pitch to steal the bag if Crawford doesn't swing at the pitch. And so by the time that ball landed, Marcus Lee-Sang obviously had to hold up at third base to see if it was going to get caught or not. But Eric Brito was about 10 feet behind him because he was all the way headed to third base. But to your point, Hassan Brown plays a pretty deep center field, but because of what we've seen of Crawford, they're cheating him the other way. So when Crawford pulls that, there's no way Brown is going to run that down. And now Ricketts swings at the first pitch. He lifts one into shallow right field. R.J. Schreck will make a long run. He'll make the catch. Crawford will tag but go nowhere, and that's out number 1 here in the second.
Yeah, fastball a bit in to Ricketts. And Redding showed a pretty good ability to turn on that fastball in from Devereaux Harrison, but that time Ricketts just couldn't get enough of it. Yeah, it's back-to-back at-bats where Ricketts kind of got jammed. Fortunately, got the single last time, but kind of fisted a couple in the shallow right.
I'll bring up Rincones, who had a couple men in scoring on board the last time he was up and popped up in the infield. Crawford, the runner at second base, 1 out. And the pitch to Rincones hit hard but foul.
They are getting around on everything.
Yeah,
fastball, off speed from Devereaux Harrison. I mean, look, if he leaves one up to Rincones, be careful because that pool might be getting a little welcome to.
Yeah, I think if I was Carl Ellison, I'd take a few steps back at first base right now.
Might need a face mask in addition to that helmet.
No balls and a strike now to Rincones. Lifts this one into shallow left field, actually drifting into foul territory. Third baseman DeJesus will drift over and he'll make the catch. And a frustrating at bat again for Rincones as he pops up. And that's 2 down.
But never mind, we talk about them pulling everything and then he goes the other way.
So that brings Carson Taylor to the plate. Taylor ultimately got the run home this last time up, but he won't get credit for it because it was an error on the first baseman McAdoo that allowed Crawford to score that first inning run. So now Crawford takes his lead off of second with 2 outs here in the inning. 3 runs across for the Fightins with another in scoring position for Taylor. First pitch up at the letters for a called strike 1. Taylor doesn't think so.
Yeah, that was borderline. He's letting Matt Blackborough know about it.
Crawford takes his lead, and it's a good size one off of second base. Harrison, a second look back, comes to the plate. That's in the dirt. It's 1-1. Good block by Brooks. You got to be mindful of that with Crawford at second base.
Crawford's got 7 stolen bases in 8 attempts so far through his time here with AA Reading. This game number 17 that he's played with the Fightin' Phils.
So 1-1 now to Carson Taylor. Lines it in left field. It's going to be a base hit. Piñango playing a shallow left field will get it in a hurry, so Crawford has to hold up at third base. But Carson Taylor with the Fightins' 4th hit of this inning. Runners now at the corners and 2 outs.
Yeah, ball was just hit way too hard even thinking about sending Crawford. I don't care how fast you are. You could be Ricky Henderson. He's not getting sent on that one. Piñango got to it quickly, and I mean, obviously, look, you can try to run and challenge him, but if he fires anything remotely close to the plate, you get Crawford out.
So I'll bring up Otto Kemp, who was out on a comebacker to the mound his first time up. Swings at the first pitch and comes up empty. No balls and a strike to Otto Kemp. So Crawford off of third, Taylor off of first. 2 outs here in the second. 3 runs across for the Fightins and looking for some more damage. Big swing, no contact. Otto Kemp suddenly in a no balls and 2 strike hole. So Kemp now calls time with the 2 strike count. Kemp with 29 RBIs on the season and looking for more damage here. Takes one low and away. It's ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lined up the middle, but right there, the second baseman, Doty, makes a dive to his right and takes the base hit and the run away from Otto Kemp, and that will end the inning for the Fightins. But they put 3 runs across. They do it with 4 hits. There were no errors and 2 men left. We're through 2 in Baseball Town. It's 4-1, Reading on top.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Now Scaro back to work here in the top half of the 3rd inning. I want to thank our good friends at Pepsi for presenting the 2024 season here at Baseball Town. Go fight Phils. Drink more Pepsi. Scaro, the benefactor now of that 3 spot by the Phils in the bottom of the 2nd. They lead at 4-1. And Robert Brooks, the 9-hole hitter, will lead it off for the Fisher Cats here in the 3rd, to be followed by the top of the order in Deshaun Brown and R.J. Schreck. Brooks hitting at 1 for 11 so far in his time in a Fisher Cats uniform. First pitch from Scaro is up high for a ball. Brooks had been with the Tampa Bay Rays organization as he rolls this one into right field for a base hit just out of the reach of Robert Moore to the second baseman's left, and a base hit for Brooks. So his 2nd hit for his time in New Hampshire, who, as the Toronto organization signed him in June of 2024 and was at Vancouver before being called up. So base hit for Robert Brooks, played off this 3rd inning. And the top of the order in Deshaun Brown at the plate. Brown hit a line drive right at Robert Moore his first time up. And first pitch to Brown is a bit high for a ball. Brown promoted on August the 6th from Vancouver. And this one on a hop to the second shortstop Brito. The Moore for 1. The relay is in plenty of time for a tailor-made double play. Brito to Moore to Taylor for the 6-4-3 double play. And that quickly there are 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. I'll bring up R.J. Schreck now for the Fisher Cats with nobody on base. Schreck popped up to Robert Moore his first time up. Schreck again acquired from the Seattle Mariners in the trade that sent Justin Turner from Toronto to Seattle. First pitch swinging, Schreck lifts this one to center field, and shallow for Justin Crawford, who'll make the catch without a problem, and that quickly the inning comes to an end. For the Cats in the 3rd, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. It remains 4-1, Fightin Phils on top.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
The Reading Fightin' Phils is a proud to partner with Burks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Burks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Bottom half of the third inning brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. You can expect reliable and experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after a serious personal injury. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. 4-1 Fightin' Phils on top as they come to the plate here in the third. Robert Moore, Ethan Wilson, and Marcus Lee Sang will bat for the Fightins. One run on 1 hit, 1 error committed by the Fisher Cats. 4 runs on 6 hits, and no errors for the Fightins so far. Moore flew out to right field his first time up. Fightins sent 8 men to the plate in the second and put 3 runs across. First pitch to Moore, swings at the first pitch on the ground to Charles McAdoo, and he'll make the play all by his lonesome. 1 pitch, 1 out for Robert Moore here to lead off the third. I'll bring up Ethan Wilson, who started that inning last inning with a walk.
Left fielder Ethan Wilson
came around to score the first run of that inning and the second run of the ball game for the Fightins. And the first pitch to Wilson is over for a called strike. With Robert Moore, the switch hitter, batting left, Ethan Wilson, one of 7 different players batting left-handed in the Fightins lineup against the right-hander of Harrison. This one fouled off the facing of the Phil's dugout, almost took out a bat boy in the process from Ethan Wilson. It's 0-2. Some friendly fire into the Fightins dugout. So it's no balls and 2 strikes to Wilson. Swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch. Good change, good off-speed pitch. Got Wilson waving. That is 2 outs here in the third.
First strikeout for Harrison tonight.
And so they'll bring up Marcus Lee Sang, who doubled his first time up and came around to score. As he ripped one down the first base line for his 11th double of the season. First pitch, beats it foul. So Phil's up there hacking right now against Devereaux Harrison. Harrison, one of the few players on this Fisher Cat roster who's been here since the beginning of the season, making his 21st start of the year. And that pitch is over for a called strike. It's quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Lee Sang. Oh, 2 pitch. Ripped it down the first base line and foul.
Ooh,
that looked like I saw some white dust coming up.
Man,
Lee Sang cannot believe it.
Carl Ellison, too, is right there. Oh, man, that looked left of the line from here.
It looked like it hit chalk. I mean, it looked like white powder shot up, which is the chalk line, and would mean it's a fair ball. But the guys in blue disagree, and so it stays no balls and 2 strikes to Lee Sang. Swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch, and Lee Sang is retired. And the Phils ultimately go in order here in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. 3 complete in Reading. Fightins 4, Fisher Cats 1.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Did you know that the blood that you donate at Miller Keystone Blood Center stays right here in your community? That's right, it goes to your area hospitals. So you might just be helping a family member, a friend, or a neighbor. Call Miller Keystone Blood Center, the only community blood center servicing your local hospitals. 1-800-BA-DONOR or go to giveapint.org. We're located at 1047 Old Burnville Road, just behind Classic Harley-Davidson.
We head to the top half of the fourth inning. Fightin's 4 and Fisher Cats 1. Taking over play-by-play here in the fourth. My broadcast partner, Jake Starr.
Thank you very much, Bob. And in this top of the fourth inning, a reminder that every Tuesday, which is today, all active military and veterans receive $3 off box seats thanks to the residents at Village Greens. So 3-4-5, 2 up for the Fisher Cats. They trail at 4-1 in this top half of the fourth. Alex DeJesus leads off against Noah Scaro, who's working off a 1-2-3 third inning that was helped off a 6-4-3 double play. Scaro has allowed the leadoff man to reach in each of the last 2 innings, so he'll look to negate that trend here as DeJesus digs in from the right side. Scaro, the righty, fires. And the first pitch taken at the knees for a called strike. It's 0-1. DeJesus is 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out swinging his first time up, back in the first. 0-1. Swung on, ground ball, shot through the hole on the right side. It's a base hit. Robert Moore, the second baseman, was played over towards the second base bag with the righty up. And he just sneaks it through that hole. So, third straight inning, the leadoff man has reached. It's a single from DeJesus. That'll bring Yohendrick Pinango to the plate for the Fisher Cats.
Not all that different from the leadoff base hit that Robert Brooks had the last inning. Just a line drive that time for Brooks, just out of the reach of Robert Moore.
So Pinango will dig in from the left side. Hold the runner on at first. Scaro fires. And first pitch over for a called strike. 0-1.
Fightin's playing Pinango way around the other way. If he hits one down the first baseline, he's going to run for a while, and DeJesus is going to score.
Or it'll just be called foul.
Well, that's true, too.
0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. He's over a changeup at 86. Pinango is walked in this first time up in the second. He advanced on a pass ball and eventually scored on a ground ball to second. 0-2 the count. Scaro fires. Swung on, ground ball short. Burrito fields on a hop, flips to second one. Relay to first on a hop is not in time. So it'll just be a 6-4 fielder's choice. Burrito took a couple of extra seconds getting it out of his glove. And then Moore actually made the throw, falling away from the first base bag. So would have been a tough play. DeJesus knocked out at second. So Pinango is aboard on a 6-4 fielder's choice. One gone for Cade Doty.
Yeah, the whole timing got messed up by that little bobble by Burrito, and as a result of that, as Jake said, it ultimately got Moore falling off the bag and just couldn't get a whole lot on the throw just because the timing of it wasn't quite right, or otherwise Scaro gets himself another double play.
First pitch, swung on, lifted in the air right, not deep. Rincona starts back, then comes in, dives, and makes a nice catch. Gabriel Rincones Jr., a late burst to get to it. And an impressive out number 2 in the inning. Doty retired. Here's Charles McAdoo.
Yeah, Rincones was kind of breaking back initially and then had to go on a full sprint. And I think he was fooled by it off the bat. I don't think he realized how shallow it was, but as Jake said, it was off the end of the bat. So Rincones full out dive forward and ultimately comes up with the play.
So 2 gone for Charles McAdoo. First pitch to him is swung on and tapped foul. It's 0-1. Back to that fielder's choice real quick. I wonder if it was a bobble from Burrito or if he was kind of caught between taking it to the bag myself or flipping it.
Yeah, I think you were correct because that's what I thought. I don't know that he was bobbling as much as I think he thought about taking it himself.
I think he thought he was a lot closer.
And then realized, you know what, I'm pretty far away from this bag.
0-1, swung on, ground ball sharply hit third. Kemp fields it. He'll go the long way to first in time. And it's a rather quick and easy top of the fourth inning for Noah Scaro. All in all, it's no runs on a hit. There were no errors, one left for the Fisher Cats. On to the bottom of the fourth. Reading's on top 4-1.
Are you ready to embark on the adventure of retirement? Welcome to the Highlands at Wyomissing, where over 35 years of experience have perfected the art of senior living. Nestled on over 113 acres of serene landscape, our community offers a haven for active seniors seeking tranquility and excitement alike. Discover a lifestyle enriched with stunning amenities and engaging activities, all within the premier nonprofit life care community in Burks County. Bid farewell to home maintenance and embrace more quality time with loved ones as you enjoy a calendar brimming with thrilling events and trips. Experience the security, independence, and boundless opportunities that await you at the Highlands at Wyomissing. Call us today and unlock the possibilities of your retirement.
Visit the Brentwoods Industries Fightin Phil's team store to stay repped all season long. Head to our store at FirstEnergy Stadium or online at artphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin Phil's hats, jerseys, kids apparel, and much more. Looking for something new? Check out our brand new Pinstripe and Los Luchadores jerseys. Root for your Fightins in style and stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightin team store or artphils.com/shop.
Bottom half of the fourth inning, and throughout this fourth inning, we will take a look around the Phillies organization. Thanks to our friends over at EPA Weather Consulting, your source for public and private weather forecasts in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and northern and eastern Maryland. So it'll be Eric Brizzo who leads things off for the Fightin Phils. They lead at 4-1 in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Devereaux Harrison's back out. Bullpen's quiet for New Hampshire as Harrison sits at 54 pitches. And the first one home is swung on and fouled. It's 0-1. Philly struggles continue. Ended up dropping 3 of 4 at Arizona last week, and they currently trail 3-0 in the bottom half of the fifth inning against the Miami Marlins. 0-1 is swung on and lifted in the air out towards center. Couple steps to his right goes Brown, then he'll drift in and make the catch. That's out number 1 for Justin Crawford. Lehigh Valley is up in Worcester. They fell 6-2 against Scranton and Wilkes-Barre on Sunday. Macron had a couple of hits in that game. In Worcester, big debut for a trifecta of Red Sox prospects that we got quite familiar with here in Reading at the end of last year and over this year. First pitch to Crawford is taken for a strike, 0-1. Rowan Anthony, Marcelo Meyer, and Kyle Teal were all promoted from AA Portland to AAA Worcester, so the Iron Pigs on the other end of their debuts. Here's the pitch to Crawford. It's swung on and fouled back, 0-2. Jersey Shore, a good finish of the weekend at Wilmington, 9-4 win. They're back home against Winston-Salem. Braden Tucker, 2 runs, 5 innings. Bullpen was strong. Keaton Anthony and Marion Boyd also each had 2 doubles. Next pitch to Crawford's taken for a ball, 1-2. Clearwater, their struggles continue. Of course, fortunately, they're already in the playoff hunt. They fell to Lakeland on Sunday, 3-1. They take on Tampa this week. Diego Gonzalez had a pair of hits. Game was called after the bottom of the 6th due to rain. Crawford takes the 1-2 down. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Justin Crawford, and that was our Phillies organizational report presented by our friends over at EPA Weather Consulting. Of course, a big day for moves across the Phillies organization. Reading had 9 in total today. 2-2, Crawford takes. That's on the outside corner, and he's punched out. So, second out of the inning, 3rd strikeout for Devereaux Harrison, and that'll bring Caleb Ricketts up with 2 outs.
3 of those 4 strikeouts have come in the last 4 outs for Harrison.
So Ricketts, who's 1 for 2 so far today, single back in the first, flew out to right in the second. First pitch to him is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Promotions first, Braden Falsnaut, who will start tomorrow on the mound, caught up, along with Moises Chassé. He'll start Saturday. Chassé, along with Seth Johnson, came to the Phillies in the Gregory Soto deal from Baltimore. The 1-0 is taken by Ricketts for a called strike. It's 1-1. Zach Arnold, an infielder, joins Reading as well. Then Robinson Pena and Seth Johnson each got the promotion to AAA Lehigh Valley. 1-1 is taken from Ricketts for a ball. It's 2-1.
That ball, I'm not sure what that hit for Robert Brooks. I thought it hit his shin guard and rolled all the way to the Phillies dugout, but the way he reacted, I don't know that it was the shin guard. Maybe he got some
2-1 is swung on, lofted towards shallow right. Schreck started back, then comes in. He'll make the catch. The right fielder dies. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Devereaux Harrison. No runs, no hits. Nobody left on base for the righty for New Hampshire. We're on to the 5th. Fightin' Phil still on top. It's 4-1.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi, and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 9 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksareus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phils.
Top of the 5th inning as Cauliflower and Carrot are in a neck-and-neck finish to the veggie race. I think it goes to Carrot. We'll see what the officials roll it on the other side of the press box. But so Carrot does win. He's atop the standings in the vegetable race. And the Fightin' Phils are atop in this contest 4-1 at the top of the 5th. Fightin' Phils like to recognize Body Zone Sports and Wellness as the official workout facility of the Phils. So, as we said, 4-1 Reading. Noah Scaro, who's been pretty strong tonight at 51 pitches, back out for the 5th inning. Michael Turconi, the first batter, and the first pitch to him is taken for a called strike. It's 0-1. Turconi is responsible for driving in the only run tonight for the Fisher Cats. So it was on a ground out back in the 2nd. And the next pitch is swung on, chopped towards short. 3 hops for Brito, fields it behind the second base bag, rifles a throw to first on time. And that will be out number 1 for Josh Rivera.
You cannot argue with what Scaro has given you so far through 4 1/3. The only flaw in the game at all was the 2 walks he surrendered starting the 2nd inning. But in reality, even though it did ultimately lead to a Fisher Cat run, he could have served a better fate by the time that inning was all said and done. But he's thrown a lot of ground ball outs. He's rolled a couple of double play balls. He's done the job for sure.
First pitch to Rivera, missed for a ball. Here's the 1-0 to him. And it's swung on and it's knuckled in the infield right side. And Robert Moore, the second baseman, charges in and makes the catch. That's out number 2. So 5 straight retired by Noah Scaro, who that 55 pitches through 4 2/3. And he's allowed just 2 hits, and the 1 run has not been earned.
A lot of put-outs, a lot of chances for your second baseman Moore and your shortstop Brito over the course of Scaro's work tonight. And arguably the 2 hits that the Fisher Cats had, neither one of them was hit hard at all.
First pitch to Brooks, swung on, broken back, ground ball 3rd. Kemp fields it on a hop, fires the first in time, and it's a very quick and efficient 1-2-3 inning for Noah Scaro. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We are halfway through in Baseball Town. Bottom of this 5th up next, 4-1, Reading leads.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Watch me now.
Listen up, baseball fans. The Bally Live app is your home for everything MILB. Download the app today and watch every single MILB game absolutely free. Chat and interact with other fans. Play daily games and win prizes. Plus, you'll get access to the MILB Zone, where you can follow your favorite MILB players and teams all season long. So step up to the plate and download the Bally Live app today.
Bottom half of the fifth inning is presented by Cornwall Manor, a unique and charming community nestled on a 190-acre wooded campus with many walking trails, including the Lebanon County Rail Trail. 4-1, Fightin Phil's on top, but both pitchers have settled in nicely to this one. A couple of zeros put up on the board on each side, and it'll be Gabriel Rincones to lead off for Reading, 3-4-5-2 up against Devereaux Harrison.
Nelson Alvarez just starting to begin to loosen up a bit in the Phil's bullpen. Just, if you want to call it casually getting loosened up. So we'll see if he's intensifies that at all or if he's getting loose in the event that Scaro runs into some trouble in the sixth. And I would think you let Scaro start the sixth. He's been really strong.
Here's the first pitch to Rincones, and he swings and he crushes it deep to right field. Shrek barely turns, and it's way out of here. Gabriel Rincones Jr. goes deep again, and the Fightin Phils lead it 5-1 on home run at number 9 of the season for Rincones.
Well, we talked about a little bit of frustration for Rincones when he had some men on base the last 2 times up, and some weak infield pop-ups, and he got some revenge on the baseball on that one.
Well, it's a fastball at 91. That doesn't get more down the middle than that. 109 off the bat, 410 feet. Whew, what a shot from Rincones. That'll bring Carson Taylor to the plate. So, great way to start the inning. In the first pitch of Taylor, swung on, ground ball, skips underneath the glove of Doty at second, and it's in the right field. So we'll see what they roll that. He was going to the backhand side.
That's a base hit. They just put it up.
So that's going to be a base hit for Taylor. So he's been aboard all 3 times, twice via base hit. Now that brings Otto Kemp to the plate.
Yeah, it was hit hard off the bat of Taylor.
98 off the bat.
Doty, I mean, he tried to make the backhand pick. It's one of those. It's a play that, if you're fortunate and it sticks in your glove, it makes it look like a great play, but that's a base hit for Taylor.
So Kemp in from the right side. First pitch to him is taken on the inside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. Otto Kemp is 0 for 2 tonight. Lined out the second his last time up, and a ball that was hit hard. They just had him shaded perfectly towards the middle. And the 0-1's taken for a called strike. It's 0-2. So it looks like Nelson Alvarez is beginning the pitch. We'll see if he comes in the next inning. And the next pitch is swung on and fouled 0-2. So we have our Greg report. Greg Pomian out in right field.
I was wondering that myself.
He cleared the outside brick wall.
He cleared
the ball
it.
landed on Route 61.
Whoa!
Here's the 0-2. And Kemp swings and lofts a fly ball down the right field line, foul territory. Shrek can't get over there. I think it landed out of play anyway, so it stays 0-2. So he has some power or what?
Wow, that was. I mean, I knew it was crushed. I knew it was over the Tower Hospital Health Pavilion, but I wasn't sure if it cleared the brick wall. That's a whole nother level of crushing the baseball if you get it out of the original outside brick wall. But nobody's got a better view of that than Craig does.
Eyes on the scene, 0-2, and Kemp will swing, and it's fouled straight back. It'll stay 0-2. So 5-1 Reading leads. Still nobody away in the bottom of the 5th. Rincones homer. Taylor followed with a single to right center. Now Kemp bats in a no-ball-2 strike count against Devereaux Harrison. The pitch. And Kemp swings and fights it back foul. It'll stay 0-2. Doesn't look like anybody is throwing yet in the New Hampshire bullpen. 73 pitches for Devereaux Harrison. This is the 6th pitch of the at-bat to Kemp. And he swings and it's a ground ball towards short. Fielded in the hole, Rivera. 2nd for 1. Relay to first is in time. That's a 6-4-3 double play. It was a bang-bang call at first. And there's 2 outs in the inning as Taylor is eliminated at second. And Robert Moore is the batter.
So Alvarez again continues to throw in the Phil's bullpen, but I would not call it a hurried pace. I gotta think, especially now that they got another run tacked on, that they give Scaro at least a chance to come out and work through the 6th.
Moore takes the first for a called strike. It's 0-1.
And if he gets in trouble or if he tires, then Alvarez is already loose in the bullpen.
0-1. Moore will take it down and in. 1-1. Moore 0 for 2 tonight. Moore and Kemp, the only Fightin' Phils who have not reached base in tonight's game. 1-1, and that's taken up and away for a ball. 2-1. Moore, the switch hitter, batting from the left side. Infield has him shaded to go to the right. Right side's pretty straight up. Shortstop Rivera shaded towards the bag. Outfield has him to go the other way, though, and he will swing and foul it back. It's 2-2. Two gone in the bottom of the 5th. Running on top 5-1. Base is empty. The pitch. And Moore will take it down low. Count runs full. Probably the last inning for Devereaux Harrison, as there appears to be stretching in the New Hampshire bullpen. Next pitch will be number 80 for him. He's gone to the 90s plenty this year. Moore will swing it to 3-2 and hits it foul to the right side. Count stays full. Harrison, the righty, out of the windup, will fire the full count pitch, and Moore will cut and foul it again to the on-deck circle where Ethan Wilson picks it up. (3-2). That is at the knees, called strike 3. Robert Moore didn't think so. Whole words of Matt Blackborough, the crew chief and home plate umpire, but nonetheless, 4 strikeout tonight for Devereaux Harrison. So Reading got a run in the inning. They had 2 hits. There were no errors, and nobody is left on base. We are through 5 innings here from Baseball Town. We'll go to the 6th. Fightin' Phil's on top. It's 5-1.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living. When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Giovanna's Pizzeria, Railroad House, Wyomissing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania, located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring. The Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedent over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information. So, 5-1 Reading leads. It'll be Michael Turconi to lead off against Nelson Alvarez. We'll have his numbers here for you in a moment. First pitch home is taken for a ball from Alvarez.
Alvarez making his 2nd appearance since being signed by the Phillies from the Tampa Bay organization. 0-1 with a 13.50 earned run average. Just pitched 2/3 of an innings in the series in Akron.
Next pitch is taken for a strike. It's 1-1.
Gave up 2 hits and a run, a strikeout, and 2 walks. Made 15 appearances in Montgomery in the Tampa Bay organization. 1-1 with a 4.68 earned run average.
1-1 is taken up and in for a ball. 2-1. Alvarez, who bounced back and forth between AA Montgomery, the Biscuits, and AAA Durham Bulls for Tampa Bay, and then was traded to the Phillies for cash considerations on August 6th. 2-1 is waved on and whiffed by Brown. It's 2-2. Hassan Brown, R.J. Schreck, Alex DeJesus, the 3-2 up for manager Cesar Martin. Next pitch is swung on and popped up towards right. Marconis there, and he will make the catch. That's out number 1. R.J. Schreck, the batter. Good night for Noah Scaro. 5 innings, a pair of hits. 1 runner was not earned. A couple walks and 2 strikeouts for Scaro, who finds himself in line to get the win. Of course, we'll see how the Fightin' Phils kind of navigate this one the rest of the way. New Hampshire does have some action in their bullpen as well. It looks like Devereaux Harrison's night might be over as well. Here's the first pitch, and it's taken for a called strike. It's 0-1. I believe that's number 30, Bob.
That's correct. It is Anders Tolhurst, who is warming up. Right-hander for the
0-1, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. So, looks like this game might be solely into the bullpens by the bottom of the 6th, but 0-2 to R.J. Schreck. Went out here in the inning, Reading on top 5-1. Alvarez fires, and it's taken out for a ball 1-2. Alvarez, who was drafted by the Yankees back in 2019 out of South Florida. Here's the 1-2. Bit down and in for a ball 2-2. South Florida also where Orion Kerkering played his college ball at, but 2 of them missed each other by a year. Kerkering started in 2020, whereas Alvarez finished in 2019. 2-2, swung on and dribbled foul back towards the on-deck circle on the left side. Stays 2-2. Is swung on, lifted in the air, deep right center. Crawford goes back, gets to a spot, and he'll make the catch. That's out number 2. Schreck gave it a good ride, 335 feet, 96 off the bat. But it's just a deep out, so 2 gone for Alex DeJesus in this top half of the 6th inning. Fightin' Phil's on top 5-1.
Crawford playing the left-handed hitting Schreck around the other way towards left center field, so he had to go a long way to get there, but fortunately for the Fightins, that ball was in the air for a long time, and it gave Crawford plenty of time to run it down.
First pitch to Jesus will take it for a ball. It's 1-0. So Alvarez was a minor league Rule 5 pick by the Rays at the end of the 2022 season. Here's the 1-0. Is swung on and missed 1-1. Split last year between Montgomery and High A Bowling Green. Also pitched a little bit in the Dominican Winter League after the 2023 season. 1-1, taken inside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Alex DeJesus is 1 for 2 in tonight's ball game. Struck out in the first, singled in the 4th, and was ultimately cut off by a fielder's choice. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. So Nelson Alvarez is a strike away from a perfect first inning, and this is Baseball Town debut. Jesus will step out and ask for time. Ready at the plate, infield has him to go to the left side. Moore, the second baseman, shaded by the bag. Taylor is a good 30 feet off the first base bag. Outfield straight up, the 2-2 is at the knees, called strike 3. Great spot with a curveball from Nelson Alvarez, and it is a 1-2-3 inning. In his Baseball Town debut, no runs, no hits. Nobody left on base for the Fisher Cats, and we are on the bottom of the 6th. Fightin' Phil's looking for some insurance. They lead at 5-1.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Briganti Wines offers a great selection of wines in New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania. Headquartered in South Jersey and sourced from Italy's Abruzzo region, Briganti Wines is ran by former Fightin Phil's great and big leaguer Mike Costanzo. They are committed to quality, authenticity, and sustainability, attracting a loyal following of customers. Get Briganti Wines at select local Acme stores. Visit BrigantiWines.com to learn more.
Bottom half of the 6th inning. New pitcher in for the Fisher Cats. It's a 5-1 lead for the Fightin Phils. Anders Tolhurst is in for New Hampshire.
Right here to making his 14th appearance for the Fisher Cats. He's 1-0 with a 5.95 earned run average in 19 2/3 innings. He's given up 25 hits. He has struck out 25. He's walked 6.
And also in the 6th inning, this day in baseball town history is presented by our friends at Savage Auto Group. Visit Sam Profit and Savage 61 for all of your automotive needs, and we'll get you that one here in a moment as Ethan Wilson will dig in from the left side. First batter that Anders Tolhurst will face tonight. Once again, 5-1 Reading leads. Bottom 6. First pitch home is taken for a strike. It's 0-1. August 13th, last year in New Hampshire, Reading manager Al Padrique earns win number 1,000 in an 8-3 victory over the Fisher Cats. Padrique was in his first year at Reading, and that total included his win totals both in the minors and majors. Wilson took the next for a ball. It's 1-1. Al Padrique also celebrated a birthday the other day on Sunday. So happy birthday to the Fightin Phils skipper. 1-1. Wilson will swing and foul it. It's 1-2.
Just one other number, Jake, on Tolhurst. I looked at this 3 times to make sure this is right. 19 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 8 home runs. If people could only see the look I just got from Jake Starr. That's what I'm saying. I looked at it 3 times. I'm like, that's an 8.
In 19 2/3?
19 2/3 innings.
Cool. We'll see if Reading can maybe add some others here. Next pitch, Wilson takes. Been inside for a ball, 2-2. Line closes on Devereaux Harrison. Harrison went 5 innings, gave up 8 hits, 5 runs, and 4 of them earned. A walk and 4 strikeouts, and Wilson will swing and knuckle one straight back foul. It'll stay 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ethan Wilson. Tolhurst, a 24-year-old, will turn 25 next month, actually a month from today, September the 13th. 2-2 is swung on and chopped to short. 2 ups for charging Rivera, fields it by the second base bag, fires the first in time. And that is out number 1 for Marcus Lee-Sang. Lee-Sang 1 for 2 in tonight's ball game. And the first pitch home is taken for a called strike. It's 0-1. Tolhurst, a 23rd round pick by the Blue Jays back in 2019. Began the season with High A Vancouver and then was called up here to Double-A New Hampshire. Next pitch, Lee-Sang swings, hits into the air down the left field line. Piñango goes over towards the bullpen, and he'll make the catch right on that left field chalk. So that's out number 2. And that'll bring Eric Brito to the plate. Brito 1 for 2 in tonight's ball game. Here's the first offering. It's taken up for a ball. It's 1-0. Brito single and a run scored back in the 2nd inning. That was a 3-run inning for Reading where they really started to break this game open some. 1-0 is swung on and sliced foul to the right side. It's 1-1. Brito 4 for 14 last week at Akron. A couple of runs scored. Fightin Phil's ultimately took 2 of 6 from the Rubber Ducks. 1-1 is swung on and missed. It's 1-2 to Eric Rito. Wesley Moore continues to throw in the Reading bullpen, so we'll see if he gets the top half of the 7th inning. Then Brito will step out and ask for time. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Brito's down on strikes. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Anders Tullers. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We are on to the 7th. Fightin Phil still on top. It's 5-1.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
The Fightin Phils thank White Star Travel and Tours for presenting the 2024 Fightin Phils Fan Road Trip. This year's trip runs from July 26th to 29th and features stops to see the Fightin Phils in New Hampshire, along with the chance to meet a player and coach. The trip also heads to the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, a Red Sox-Yankees game at Fenway Park, and finally Citizens Bank Park to see the Phillies take on the New York Yankees.
Top of the 7th inning, Fightin Phils are excited to bring you our Phils baseball live from the comfort of your own home. Join us on the Fightin Phils radio network on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, or phils.com/radio. Appreciate you spending your Tuesday night with us. A beautiful Tuesday night, and even made more beautiful by the 5-1 lead Reading has in the top of the 7th. And the new arm in for the Fightin Phils is Wesley Moore.
Moore making his 7th appearance for the Fightins. It's been battle with the IL for Wesley Moore over the course of the year. 0-0 with a 16.6 earned run average, 4 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 8 runs, 7 strikeouts, 4 walks.
First pitch to Joandrick Pinheiro will be taken inside for a ball 1-0. So Moore, he faces lefty, righty, righty. The lefty arm will look for a bounce back inning. 1-0 is missed outside for a ball, 2 balls and no strikes. Moore gave up 4 runs. Walked 4 back on August the 9th at Akron. So it's been 4 days between appearances. As lefty set the 2-0 is taken for a called strike. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Faced 4 batters and walked all 4 of them. That was the downfall for Wesley Moore.
Pinyango has walked and reached on a fielder's choice tonight. 2-1. That's a nice curveball. It's swung on and missed. It's 2-2. Seen some strong results from Wesley Moore this year, and of course he missed some time on the injured list. That cost him almost 2 months of the season. 2-2 is checked on, and we'll say no swing. So it's 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Pinyango. Moore the lefty, he'll come set just beneath the letter. Fire the 3-2. It's swung on, hit in the air, out towards left. Pretty well. Wilson goes back, and he will get to the warning track and make the catch. That's out number 1, and that'll bring Kate Doty to the plate. Ball hit well at 345 feet, but ballpark kept it in.
Been a pretty quiet night for the outfield in general for the Fightin Phils, thanks to the work of Scaro, and of course Alvarez got a couple of fly ball outs and then a strikeout in his 3 batters face. But Scaro threw a lot of ground ball outs and infield outs in his 5 innings of work.
So Doty digs in from the right side. The lefty Moore from the third base side fires and misses a bit inside of the righty. It's 1-0. Cade Doty tonight is 0 for 1. He's walked and he lined out the right. And what was a fantastic diving catch from Rincones. 1-0 is taken down the chute for a strike. It's 1-1. Moore fires. It's taken for a ball 2-1.
New Hampshire bullpen looks quiet right now, so it looks like Tolhurst will come back out for another inning in the bottom half of the 7th.
Yeah, a little bit of stirring, but nothing much more than that. 2-1 is swung on and lined hard and deep, but foul down the left field line. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Cade Doty. Wesley Moore split his college time between California State Northridge and also Kansas State, a couple of years at each. 2-2 is swung on and lifted foul. It'll stay 2 balls and 2 strikes. Moore was signed by the Phillies as an undrafted free agent very late in the process. November 9th of 2022, he inked a minor league free agent deal with the Phillies. 2-2 is lifted foul again by Doty. So the count stays even. Moore, who thought he may have had another year of eligibility. Of course, COVID kind of factors in there, and of course, complications when transferring. So he thought he had an extra year of eligibility and then found out that he did not. So Phillies then inked him to a deal late in the fall. 2-2, swung on, ground ball, snared by Moore at the mound. Fires the first in time. That's out number 2. Don't think it was totally between the legs, but it was pretty darn close. That'll bring Charles McAdoo to the plate. So McAdoo will dig in. He's 0 for 2 in tonight's ballgame. It's been 5 straight retired by Reading's bullpen so far. First pitch, swing and a miss, it's 0-1. It's been 11 in a row retired overall. Last man to reach was Alex DeJesus on a single to lead off the top of the 4th. 0-1 is swung on, and that one's cranked deep to left center field. Crawford goes back, and it is gone. Off the side of the Redners Event Center and left center field, a long solo home run for Charles McAdoo. 413 feet, 111 off the bat. That's his 6th of the season. And the Fisher Cats get one back. It's 5-2.
We were talking about this with Scaro, and then Alvarez added in a solid inning himself, but the Fisher Cats had not really hit a ball all that hard throughout this ballgame. Even the 2 hits they had were soft hits the other way, but not so much on that one. McAdoo got every ounce of that one and drove it a long way.
So Michael Turconi will dig in from the left side. 2 going still in the 7th. Moore will fire, and it's taken for a called strike. It's 0-1. So Charles McAdoo, who was acquired by the Blue Jays in a trade that sent Isaiah Connor-Falefa to the Pittsburgh Pirates. The 0-1 is taken for a called strike. It's 0-2. Turconi's 0 for 2 tonight. Did have an RBI ground out back in the 2nd inning. Moore, 0-2 the count. Looking to get out of this inning with just the 1 run of damage. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking pitch that Turconi tried to check, but he got a piece of it and shoots it foul. So it stays no balls and 2 strikes. (5-2) Reading, top of the 7th. Wesley Moore, pitch number 19. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. So Wesley Moore gets his lone strikeout to end the top of the 7th. New Hampshire does get a run on a hit. No errors, none left. It is time to stretch here for Baseball Town. Bottom of the 7th up next. Fightin Phil still on top. It's 5-2.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Welcome to Aspire Memory Support at the Highlands of Wyomissing, where every day is filled with purpose and connection. Our innovative approach featuring the Hearthstone Institute's renowned I'm Still Here program ensures that every resident living with Alzheimer's or dementia experiences a life worth living. With evidence-based techniques and personalized care, we focus on meaningful engagement to reduce common symptoms like agitation and anxiety. Join us in celebrating the person behind the memory loss with activities tailored to their unique interests and abilities. Discover the difference with Aspire Memory Support at the Highlands at Wyomissing. Call us today and embrace a renewed sense of purpose for your loved one.
Bottom half of the seventh, 5-2 our score. Fightin' Phil's on top. This inning is brought to you by Swartz Culleton PCM. You or a loved one been injured, get justice. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. Top of the order, 2 up for the Fightin' Phils. Anders Tollers is back out for his second inning of work. And Justin Crawford will lead things off. Good day for Crawford so far. Phillies' number 3 prospect is 2 for 3 overall. And I'll dig in from the left side here against the righty Tollhurst, and the first pitch home is swung on and shot back foul. It's 0-1.
By the way, I went back and did a little digging on Tollhurst and that home run total, which is legit. He has given up 8 home runs, including 3 in his last outing against Erie on Saturday.
0-1 is up for a ball 1-1. How many innings did he pitch?
An inning and a third.
Man.
So he's given up multi-home runs in 3 of his appearances.
1-1. Crawford will take it low and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Good day for Justin Crawford so far. Single, double, couple of RBI and a run scored. Up to 343 now. 24 hits, 70 at bats. Next pitch, Crawford swings. It's lofted foul. It's 2-2. Crawford, who had a grand slam and 5 RBI on Saturday. It was a 3rd grand slam of his career. Also the 5 RBI tie, a season high. And career high for Crawford. Also the 2nd grand slam of the season for Reading. 2-2 is up and in, 3-2. Robert Moore hit one on June the 1st at Hartford. Reading's had 3 games this year where a player has had 5 RBI. All have come on the road. Here's the 3-2, and Crawford swings and a knuckler off the hands back to the mound. And Torres fields it and flips to first in time. That's out number 1, which will bring Caleb Ricketts to the plate.
And that was ball 4, no doubt about that. On a 3-2 pitch, it was way up and in and almost got Crawford on the hands, and he got absolutely nothing on it on that little one hopper back to the pitcher's mound. But that was ball 4.
So Ricketts, who's batting second tonight and is 1 for 3, digs in. A couple of flyouts to right along with a single. First pitch is taken for a called strike. It's 0-1. Great crowd, beautiful night here at FirstEnergy Stadium. I mean, the weather this week, I'm going to knock on wood here, but it looks like it might be the best week weather-wise of what's been a very hot and humid summer. 0-1's taken for a ball. It's 1-1.
Yeah, we've had our fair share of delays and postponements as well over the course of this season.
Mother Nature, if you are listening, we are owed. We deserve a good weather week.
Get down the home stretch.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Right now, 75, and it's a great crowd, especially for a Tuesday night in late August.
Well, again, they were wrapped around the ballpark tonight. No doubt the Alec Bohm bobblehead giveaway certainly adding to it, but the front office staff was in it well in anticipation of a good crowd tonight.
1-2. Ricketts will take it in tight. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another great night, and it's hopefully going to be another great week in baseball town. Fightin' Phils and Fisher Cats back at it. 7 o'clock Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 6:45 Saturday, 5:15 Sunday. The 2-2 is swung on and fouled back. Bryson Stott t-shirt tomorrow night. Throwback Thursday fireworks on Thursday. Fireworks on Friday. Harley Night and fireworks on Saturday. And then a Ranger Suarez bobblehead to finish off the homestand on Sunday. And then after that, it's a 2-week road trip and just 6 home games remain before the season is over and winter is coming. So there's 11 games after tonight. Get out to the ballpark. It's going to be a great last 11 games here.
Andrew Walling throwing into Fightin's bullpen.
2-2 is swung on and foul off the facing of the Savage dugout suite. Right fielder R.J. Schreck will run over and grab it down the right field line. So it looks like Reading's going to go back-to-back lefties out of the bullpen in game 1 of this series. 2-2, 1 out, bottom 7. 5-2 our score to Ricketts, the second batter of the inning. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes. That's the second man that Anders Tolhurst has struck out tonight, and that'll bring Gabriel Rincones Jr. to the plate.
Right fielder Gabriel Rincones Jr.
Rincones is swinging a very hot bat. Has a home run tonight. He has 4 home runs across his last 5 games. He's up to 9 on the season overall, and a season that missed a lot of time with that thumb injury. And the first pitch is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. We said it. Rincones played a full season. I mean, he's at 9 home runs, and this is game number 31. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. So some quick math here. 9 home runs in 32 games. I think I did the math wrong. 32 divided by 9. I think I did the math wrong there again. I'll come back to this here. We're not mathematicians up here. 1-1 is fouled. So 9 home runs in 32 games over the course of 100.
So multiply that by
be
5.
39 home runs.
Yeah.
Would be the pace over an 138 game season. Of course, whether or not that pace is sustainable is another question. Guys go through highs and lows, but he's totally a guy, when healthy, can give you 25, 30 home runs in a year. 1-2, swung on, ground ball towards the middle. Doty, the second baseman, shades that way, gobbles it up and fires the first. That's in time to retire this side. So 1-2-3, go the Fightin' Phils here in the 7th. We will head to the 8th. Fightin' Phils on top. It's 5-2.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays are presented by Cathay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, and the American Diner. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
Top of the 8th inning, 5-2 Fightin' Phils on top. New pitcher is in Andrew Walling. Here to tell you all about him and take back over on the play-by-play. Bob McCool, I'm asking you for a 6-out save.
No worries. Andrew Walling will be the first to get at least 3 outs. He's making his 6th appearance since being called up from Jersey Shore. He's 1-0 with a 2.84 earned run average, 6 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 8 hits, 8 strikeouts, and just 1 walk. As the left-hander settles in, he will face number 8, 9, and 1 in the Fisher Cat lineup, Josh Rivera, Robert Brooks, and at the top of the order in Deshaun Brown. Rivera 0 for 2 so far on the night, and the first pitch from Walling is outside for a ball to the right-handed hitting Rivera, who flew out to center field, grounded out to second in 2 plate appearances. 2 runs on 3 hits and an error for the Fisher Cats, 5 runs on 8 hits, and no errors for the Fights through 7. And the 1-0 pitch misses inside. Now quickly it's 2-0. Foul ball off the slider from Walling. Beaten into the ground by Rivera to make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Lefty delivers. That's there for a called strike 2. Walling, 24-year-old, called up from Jersey Shore on July the 16th with the Blue Claws, 30 games. He was 7-0 with a 1.73 earned run average, 43 strikeouts, 24 walks, and 36 in the 3rd innings pitch. And with that, he misses way inside. And now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Obviously, his job is to throw strikes, make him hit to get on with a 3-run lead. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Rivera. And he lines this one in right field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Going to be a long run for Rincones to get to the wall. And Rivera will roll into second base with an easy stand-up double. Nice piece of hitting there by Rivera. Just went the other way with a pitch on the outer half of the plate and lined it into right field for the extra base hit. His first double in a Fisher Cat uniform, and that will bring up Robert Brooks. Brooks 1 for 2 on the night. Single back into 3rd inning. As Rivera takes his lead off of second, and Brooks stands in. Walling's first pitch, there for a strike 1. My Missing Restaurant and Bakery, pleased to offer 2 options for your dining pleasure, a menu with locally sourced delicious options, and buffet meals for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner pleasure. Experience the best bakery experience in all of Burke County. Homemade bakery items include made-from-scratch challah bread, danishes, and a variety of scrumptious cupcakes. We bet dollars to donuts that no restaurant in the area offers the same variety of cakes, fruit pies, cream pies, cheesecakes, and homemade donuts. Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery and owner Oz Chaudhry are proud 2024 Fightin' Phil's team feed partners. Walling hits on the second pitch as well on the inside corners. No balls and 2 strikes now to Brooks. Hits it on the ground to Otto Kemp, the 3rd baseman, looks the runner back, makes the throw to first in time for out number 1. So Rivera has to stay put at second base as Kemp makes the play. And that will flip the lineup around now to Deshaun Brown and the top of the order. He's 0 for 3 on the night. There is activity in the Fisher Cat bullpen. After Tolhurst has pitched 2 full innings, his night is no doubt done. Andrew Bechtold up and throwing for the Fisher Cats as Brown takes one for a called strike. Fastball from Walling there for strike 1. Philadelphia Phillies now down 4-0, batting with 2 outs in the 8th inning at home against the Miami Marlins. 0-1 pitch, beats it on the ground. Walling the backhanded stop, and he's got no play. Probably should have let that go. Maybe Kemp has a shot, but probably no shot for Kemp as well. Brown, the leadoff man, runs well, so a swinging bunt hit for Brown puts runners now at the corner as Rivera able to move up to 3rd base. 2nd hit in the inning, 5th hit of the night for the Fisher Cats, who now bring the tying run to the plate in R.J. Schreck. It was a rough road trip for the Fightin's bullpen. We're spotted a 5-1 lead tonight from Noah Scaro. It's 5-2 right now, but the tying runs are on the base pass, or on the base, as this one's off the glove of Kemp, and it's going to roll into left field for a run to score. We'll see how they rule this. Schreck is safe at first. Brown moves up to second. Kemp tried to field it back on the backhand. It went off his glove and rolled into left field. That allows Rivera to score. That makes it 5-3, and the inning continues. And that's going to bring Phil Condary to the mound now to try to talk to his left-hander in Walling, and it is going to be an error on Kemp. So the tying run's now on the base pass, and Alex DeJesus will bat. DeJesus has singled in between a couple of strikeouts in 3 at-bats so far. So everything running along smoothly for 6 or so innings for the Fightins, but some issues here and a error now on Kemp that allows the Fisher Cats some added life.
And just the second error for Otto Kemp, who's been so sure-handed over there at third, but now a bit of a pickle here for Andrew Walling to try and work his way out of.
3-hole hitter in De Jesus with 2 on and 1 out. First pitch, just up and in, ball 1. De Jesus acquired by the Blue Jays organization from the Dodgers in August of 2022. Played last year in Vancouver. And so far this year with the Fisher Cats, 7 home runs, 38 RBIs. As this one's up and in, it's 2-0. This one's lined into center field. That's going to be a base hit. They're going to wave him home. Here comes Crawford up with the throw. The throw home is not in time as Brown comes across with the run and makes it a 5-4 ball game.
And now this one has quickly gotten interesting. 2 runs already in the inning. Good throw from Crawford, but the ball just kind of died too quickly, so it allowed Brown to get around third and score quite quickly. And now, I mean, you desperately need a ground ball double play here.
Brings up Yohendrick Pinango. The cleanup hitter is 0 for 2 on the night.
Daniel Harper is beginning to throw in the Reading bullpen.
And he literally just got up. So Pinango with now 2 on and still 1 out. Lefty on lefty matchup here, and a good breaking ball there from Walling. Gets his first pitch over for a called strike. The RBI for De Jesus is 39th of the season. He's at first, Schreck at second. Schreck representing the tying run right now. A 1 pitch. Misses ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Phillies have rolled a couple of double plays in this ball game. Scaro able to do that through the first 5 innings. As Jake said, Walling hoping for 1 here. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Up high, ball 2. Pinango, 4 RBIs so far in his time with the Fisher Cats. Again, acquired at the trade deadline from the Cubs with Josh Rivera, who's got this inning started with a double. This one's lined into center field. Crawford coming in. He's not going to get there. They're going to wave him home. Crawford didn't throw home right away, and it will allow Schreck to score standing up, and the ball game is tied at 5.
Yeah, just hits after hits from New Hampshire against Walling. Crawford hesitated. I think if he throws that one right away, there's a chance they get Schreck at home, so not entirely sure what happened there, but nonetheless now it's a 5-5 game. 3 runs in the inning and new ball game.
Cesar Martin did not hesitate, and here comes Al Padrique, and that's going to bring the night to a conclusion for Andrew Walling. So the bullpen woes for the Fightin' Phils continue. Spotted a 5-1 lead. It is 3 runs across in this inning. Still 2 men on and still only 1 out for the Fisher Cats. And the Alberta University Golden Wolves call the bullpen has been made. More when we get back after this.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
So the Hampshire University Bull Bulls call. The bullpen has been made. And the right-hander Daniel Harper now coming into the bullpen in the ball game for the Fightin Phils.
Daniel Harper enters a 5-5 game. Runners on first and second, so trying to clean up a bit of a mess here. 13th appearance. He's 1-0. Does have a save. 3.46 ERA, 13 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, and a couple of walks for Daniel Harper.
Harper called up from Jersey Shore on June the 25th. Made 23 games, 23 appearances, I should say, for the Blue Claws. 0-3 with a 2.08 earned run average. In addition to his time, as Jake just told you about, here in Reading. But the situation at hand is this. Fisher Cats already have 3 runs across in this inning. They still have only 1 out and 2 men on base. And Kay Doty is now the batter, first one that Harper will face. Brand new ball game now at 5-5 here in the top of the 8th. And the first pitch from Harper is up high to Doty, ball 1. Doty 0 for 2 on the night. He walked back in the second inning. Harper takes a look back to second, comes to his pitch. It's way outside. It's 2-0. And misses again. It's 3-0. Cats with 3 runs in the inning, 4 hits, and an error mixed in for the Fightins. And swings at the 3-0 pitch, lost this one into right field for an easy play for Rinconis, and no chance for anybody to move up as Doty's retired. Thank you very much, swinging at the 3-0 count.
I say that's huge for Reading. You come in, you throw 3 straight balls, you have first and second, 1 out in a tie game in the 8th, and Doty, I mean, look, it was fastball right down the middle, but if you're going to swing the bat, you got to make him pay, especially on 3-0.
I mean, but he missed on 3 coming out of the bullpen. It's not like it's just, I mean, if this is his second inning of work, okay, but he hasn't thrown a strike yet. But thank you very much, as McAdoo is now the batter. See if Harper can get himself out of the inning now. And first pitch to McAdoo is up and away for a ball. It's a complicated game that can be made a whole lot more complicated sometimes. 1-0 pitch. Way outside, it's 2-0. McAdoo kind of started this comeback for the Fisher Cats with a long home run his last time up in the 7th. And that's on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 2-1. Home run from McAdoo off of Wesley Moore. 2 balls and a strike. Way outside again, it's 3-1. See where McAdoo does here on 3-1. Takes ball 4. So McAdoo walks, and that's going to bring the 9th man of the inning to the plate now for the Fisher Cats in the place of Michael Turconi.
Look, you just got to get out of this inning. You got to get out of this inning and keep it tied. That's really all you can ask for right now. It's been not a good inning, to say the least, for the Fightin Phils. So find a way just to get out of it and get to the 8th and see if you can retake the lead.
Turconi 0 for 3 on the night. Base is now loaded with 2 outs. First pitch, there for a called strike. So the first time that Harper gets ahead of a hitter. This is the 3rd batter he's faced. And right back with another. It's quickly no balls and 2 strikes.
Andrew Bechtold, the righty, looks loose in the Fisher Cats bullpen. So looks like he'll be entering this game in the 8th.
No balls and 2 strikes now for Harper, dealing to Turconi. Up high, he lays off. It's 1-2. Philadelphia Phillies woes continue. They've dropped the game 1 of the 2-game series against the Miami Marlins at Citizens Bank Park. 5-0. That game is the final. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Turconi. Swinging a foul tip. Ricketts holds on, and that will retire the side as Harper gets the strikeout and ends the Fisher Cats inning. 3 runs in the inning for New Hampshire. They did it on 4 hits and a costly error, and the bases left loaded. 7th inning, headed to the bottom of the 8th. We're tied at 5 in Reading.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
We head to the bottom half of the 8th inning, and the Auburn University Gold Wolves call the bullpen again has been made, this time to the Fisher Cats, and will bring in a right-hander, Andrew Bechtold.
20th appearance this year for New Hampshire for Bechtold. He's 0-4 with a 6.30 ERA, 20 innings pitched, 24 hits, 9 walks, 20 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .296 against him, and it's the middle third of the Reading lineup here against Bechtold.
That means Carson Taylor to start it. And that's a great time for us to take a look at our Fightin Phil's team leaders, presented by OPS Security Group. Join the winning team at OPS Security Group. Protecting community starts with you. Visit OPSSecurityGroup.com to apply. Carson Taylor, who leads this Fightin Phil's team in so many categories, no more specific than in home runs with 15 and RBIs with 66 as he stands in. The Phils and the Fisher Cats now tied at 5 here in the bottom of the 8th, and first pitch to Taylor is up and away for a ball. Taylor 2 for 3 on the night. He's been on base all 3 times. He's also safe on an error back in the first inning. A couple of singles, 1 in the 2nd and 1 in the 5th. 1-0 pitch, lifts it into center field. Long run for Brown, going back to the warning track, looks up. It's off the fence. Taylor was standing and watching, and he'll scramble into second. Unfortunately, Brown threw it to the wrong spot.
I mean, all in all, it's probably a double no matter what, but obviously it's one you want to be running out of the box right away. But you'll take the double.
But if Brown throws to the right spot, it's a whole different world. I don't know that he still gets him at second, but it's a close play. You hit it to the deepest. First of all, there's no excuse for it. But you also hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark. I mean, if Gabriel Ranconis stood and watched his, okay, he hit it onto Center Avenue. Carson Taylor hit it well, but not to a spot to stand and watch. So he is the go-ahead run now if Otto Kemp can drive him around. Kemp 0 for 3 on the night. Been a bit of a frustrating night so far for Otto Kemp. He can change that here. First pitch to him is outside for a ball.
I think they called that a strike, actually. Based on what it looked like the home plate umpire did.
Well, he does have a very...
they marked it as a strike here.
A very deliberate strike call. Swing and a miss, and now Kemp is in an 0-2 hole.
Because he checked and they appealed. And Matt Blackwell then signaled strike.
Yep, he's signaled now. It indicated no balls and 2 strikes at the plate. So Taylor takes his lead off of second. And no balls and 2 strikes to Otto Kemp, who's got 29 RBIs as he stands in. Lines this one into right field for a base hit. Taylor had to hold up, and it gets away from Schreck. That's going to allow Taylor to score. And Kemp is off the races. He's around second. He's going to roll into third base. It went right through Schreck and rolled all the way back to the fence, and the Phils are on top.
We'll see what they rolled at. I mean, probably my guess is a single, no RBI, because Al Padrique was content with holding the runner at third, and it just completely got by R.J. Schreck, which would be his first error of the season, and they do put the error up, so it'll be a base hit and an error. So I'd assume no RBI, but nonetheless, game redemption, right? Otto Kemp has the error that kind of helped spiral things last inning, and then he goes ahead and gives the Fightin' Phils the lead.
And now a chance for the Phils to add on here with Kemp at third and nobody out, and Robert Moore batting, and he swings at the first pitch and fouls it away. Fisher Cats bring the infield up, so golden opportunity here for Robert Moore and the Phils to add on to what is right now a 6-5 lead here in the bottom of the eighth inning. Nobody up in the Fightin's bullpen, so it looks like Daniel Harper's going to get the ninth. 0-1 pitch is in the dirt. Good block by Brooks, and Kemp has to stay put at third. 1 ball and 1 strike to Robert Moore, who's got 38 RBIs on the season.
I mean, look, at no outs and a man on third. You got to get this other run home. The way this game has kind of gone, need to find a way to get some insurance runs.
1 ball and 1 strike to Moore. Rips it, but fouled on the first base side. It's 1-2.
Reading has gotten around on a lot of, that was an off-speed pitch,
yeah,
but even fastballs inside, they have gotten around on a lot tonight. I wonder if that was kind of part of the scouting report is, hey, like, they throw a lot of stuff in. If you see something in, get going early.
1 ball and 2 strikes now to Robert Moore. Again, nobody out in the inning. Runner at third, and a run in. It's way inside. It's 2-2.
So it's going to actually looks like Kemp's going to get the RBI for that. I guess they're going to say, I mean, Padrique was holding him, but you can't always, you know, usually guy on second and a single scores a run, so.
So Kemp will take his 30th RBI of the season. 2-2 pitch. Inside again, it's 3-2. So Moore hanging tough after getting behind 1-2. Ethan Wilson in the on-deck circle for the Fightins. Slaps it a foul down the third baseline and headed to the grandstands. So Moore again battling now with Bechtold. Again, infield in, trying to cut off another run. Back through the middle and into center field for a base hit. Kemp will score, RBI base hit for Robert Moore. It's a 7-5 ball game.
Well, they got the runner home from third, less than 2 outs. And that's the biggest thing you can ask for. A good piece of hitting from Robert Moore. And now with Moore aboard, every Fightin' Phil has reached one way or another tonight. Like I said, hey, why not pile on some more here?
Yeah, that's exactly the job you do if you're Robert Moore with the infield drawn in. Once it got by the pitcher, it was center field bound and a base hit and the 39th RBI of the year for Moore. And now Wilson will bat. 3 straight hits now for the Fightins here in the 8th inning. They have 11 hits now on the night. Wilson swings and misses. Ethan walked back in the second inning, came around to score a run.
Ethan Wilson's the only one who has not had a hit tonight. So we'll see if he can change those fortunes.
0 for 2 in his other plate appearances, a strikeout and a ground out. 0-1 pitch. Off-speed pitch, he's out in front, it's 0-2. Bechtold, 28-year-old right-hander, working from the stretch. Moore thought he might take off on 0-2. He does not. The pitch is in the dirt. It's 1-2. Carson Taylor got it started with a double. Otto Kemp plated him with a single. And then after the air, Robert Moore plates Otto Kemp for the 2 runs here so far for the Fightins in the 8th. This one hit hard but fouled on the first baseline.
Shall I repeat what I said earlier? They're getting around on a lot of stuff tonight.
Yeah, they are. They've hit a lot of lot of these lefties, and again, there's 7 guys batting left-handed in this lineup tonight. They've hit a lot of foul balls down the first baseline, and some hard and some long ones as well. Guy on deck, Gabriel Rinconis, hit one fair a long way for his solo run back in the 5th. 1-2 pitch to Ethan Wilson. Moore does take off, and this one's lined into right field. Falling fast, Trek dives, he'll make the catch, and then Moore has to scramble back to first, and he'll make it back there as the throw back to first base pulled McAdoo off the bag, and Robert Moore dodges the bullet.
Yeah, I mean, Moore was off and running on the pitch, and it was a line, even if he's doubled up, that's one of those ones where you kind of just have to tip your cap. There's nothing you can do if you're Robert Moore, but hey, good piece hitting by Ethan Wilson, 96 off the bat, and like I said, you just tip the cap to Shrek.
So Moore back at first base, tired but safe with 1 out. Now bring up Marcus Lee Sang, who doubled back in the 2nd inning. He's 1 for 3. First pitch swinging and fouls it away. If I was Bechtold, I'd be very confident that he didn't have to delay, and that Robert Moore was not going to take off on that first pitch. He sprinted to 2nd and then had to sprint back to 1st. So it's no balls and a strike as Moore takes his lead off at 1st. And now here's the pickoff attempt, and Moore dives back in. So that white uniform with the red pinstripes, right piping down the side, will be in the laundry tonight for Robert Moore if this dives back into first base. Now he does take off, pitch is low inside. They won't even bother, and Moore will slide into second base again, head first, and this time he'll get the stolen base.
Team leading 17th stolen base of the year, but hey, the bright side for the clubhouse crew, they don't have to worry about getting these pinstripes turned around quickly, because tomorrow, Fightin' Phil's play as the Malmo Oat Milkers.
Oh, I did not realize that was tomorrow night. Good to know. Marcus Lee Sang, 1 ball and 1 strike to him, now with Moore in scoring position. Swing and a miss. The off-speed pitch swung over the top of it. It's 1-2.
Oat Milkers, of course, a part of a national minor league-wide partnership with Oatly, a oat milk brand, clearly. So every team in minor league baseball is playing as the 121st team, 1 game this year. And tomorrow, the Fightin' Phils will be the Malmo Oat Milkers.
1 ball and 2 strikes now to Lee Sang. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 2 down now in the inning.
And, of course, Saturday night's Harley night, so they'll wear the classic Harley jerseys.
Right, so these white unis are done till September, right? Because you got Throwback Thursday on Thursday, you got Luchadores on Friday.
They'll wear them Tuesday, Thursday, the 3rd and the 4th. Then it's Keystone, Lucha, SpongeBob Saturday, Hot Dog Sunday, and that's all she wrote.
Eric Brito now bats. And first pitch swinging, rolls it towards short. Rivera up with it across the diamond in time, but the Phils do their damage here in the 8th inning. They scored 2 runs. They did it on 3 hits. There was 1 error, in the inning, and 1 man left on base. We head to the 9th. It's winning time in baseball town. Fightin' 7, Cats 5.
Star City Boxing, located at 1340 Center Avenue Rear in Reading, is a 501c3 nonprofit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is to not only help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. Visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2024 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt, and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Tonight's attendance at FirstEnergy Stadium, 7,704. Thanks to our friends at PSECU for presenting tonight's attendance. PSECU is proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. As we said all night long, great crowd turning out on a beautiful night here in baseball town. Alec Bohm bobblehead handed out to the first couple thousand fans in attendance tonight. And now looking for the home team to bring home a W. They need 3 outs to do that. Daniel Harper back out there to try to get those final 3 outs. And ultimately now in a position to get the win here for the Fightins after the Fisher Cats tied the ball game up in the top of the 8th inning. But the Phils take the lead in the bottom of that 8th inning. So Harper now in a position to try to get the win here if he can get these last 3 outs. Josh Rivera got that big inning started for New Hampshire last inning with a leadoff double, and he'll lead it off here in the 9th. First pitch from Harper is a ball. It was a little bit outside. So Rivera 1 for 3 on the night. Harper inherited a 2-on and 1-out jam in that 8th inning. He did walk a batter to load the bases, but got a fly out and a strikeout to end the inning. Now 1-1 as the pitch to Rivera is over for a called strike. And the next one is a little bit outside. It's now 2-1. Rivera to be followed by Robert Brooks into the top of the order and Deshaun Brown. That's on the outside corner for a called strike 2. Fightins and Cats back at it tomorrow night, 7 o'clock first pitch here at FirstEnergy Stadium. 2-2 pitch from Harper, lifted foul down the first baseline. Diamond Credit Union Plaza opens up at 5 o'clock tomorrow night. Again, a Bryson Stott bobblehead is the giveaway for tomorrow night. A Ranger Suarez, a Bryson Stott t-shirt, tomorrow night. And a Ranger Suarez bobblehead on Sunday. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Rivera goes down swinging. That's back-to-back strikeouts now for Harper as he ended the 8th with a strikeout and starts the 9th with one as well. That'll bring Robert Brooks to the plate. Brooks 1 for 3 on the night, a single and a couple of ground outs to third base. Actually going to have a pinch hitter here for Brooks. Looks like it'll be Ryan McCarty who will pinch hit for the Fisher Cats. It will. So they'll pinch hit for the 9-hole hitter Brooks with Ryan McCarty. And the first pitch to him, swings and fouls it out of play. McCarty on the season hitting at .236, 11 doubles, 7 home runs, and 19 RBIs. McCarty is a local product from Yardley, Pennsylvania. He played his high school baseball at Pennsbury and then played his college baseball, Division III, Penn State Abington. Here's a comebacker to the mound on a hop to Daniel Harper, and McCarty is retired for the second out here in the 9th. The Fisher Cats are down to their final at bat. Goes 1-3 in the scorebook, 2 down in the top of the order in Deshaun Brown. Brown 1 for 4 on the night. Singled and came around to score in that 8th inning. Otherwise, line out, ground out, and a double play, and a fly out for at bats. First pitch to him. There for a called strike 1. Fightin's trying to grab the first of a 6-game series here at FirstEnergy Stadium that will wind up on Sunday at 5:15. 0-1 pitch to Brown. Squirted foul down the first baseline, and Harper's quickly ahead of Brown. No balls and 2 strikes. So Harper was struggling early on with some control issues when he first came into the ballgame, then settled down, and now is 1 strike away from ending this ballgame with a W. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will do it. Daniel Harper comes in, gets 2 strikeouts in the 9th. And for the Fisher Cats in the 9th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. The final score, the Reading Fightin' Phils 7, New Hampshire Fisher Cats 5. We'll take a timeout. Back with a postgame show on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network right after this.
Burks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Burks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizedpa.org. Click Local Coalitions.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tomkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tomkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tomkins. They're good people.
Tomkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium, where the Reading Fightin Phils jumped out on top. Then New Hampshire came back to tie it up, and ultimately the Fightin Phils won it with a 2-spot in the bottom of the 8th inning and get the W 7-5 over the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Give them a little bit of separation between the team that is closest to them in the standings in the Northeast Division of the Eastern League. Here is the scoring rundown. The Fightin's got it started. Noah Scaro started for the Phils, and Devereaux Harrison for the Fisher Cats in a matchup of right-handers. And Scaro did a nice job tonight for the Phils. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we work our way through this postgame show. But it was Justin Crawford who got it started for the Phils in the first inning with a single up the middle. To be followed by Caleb Ricketts, who singled right behind him. Then Gabriel Rincones popped up in the infield. Carson Taylor hit a ground ball down the first base line. Charles McAdoo booted it, and the ball rolled into foul territory. That allowed Crawford to come around to score the run that put the Phils on top 1-0. Then the Phils got it rolling in the second inning. Ethan Wilson got it started with a walk. Marcus Lee Sang followed with a double, put runners at second and third and nobody out. Then Eric Brito lifted a single into right field to plate Wilson. Lee Sang stopped at third, and it was a 2-0 game. That brought Justin Crawford to the plate, and Crawford doubled in the right center field gap. That brought home both Lee Sang and Brito. Justin Crawford's 6th double in a Fightin Phils uniform. He also drove in a couple of runs, his 14th and 15th RBIs of the season, and the Phils led it by a score of 4-1 as New Hampshire did get a run in that second inning. Thanks in large part to one mistake, if you will, for Scaro, as he did walk the first two batters he faced in the second inning. And the first one, Johandrik Penango came around to score on a ground out to give the Fisher Cats the run. So through 2 innings, it was 4-1 Phils. It stayed that way through the 5th. Scaro finished up with 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, a run. It was unearned, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. So a very efficient night for Noah Scaro, and he put his team in a position to win the ballgame as he left with a 4-1 lead, and ultimately was added onto it because Gabriel Rincones led it off with off the 5th inning with a bomb that landed on the center avenue over the right field fence. Gabriel Rincones' 9th home run of the season, his 18th RBI of the year, and his 4th home run in the last 8 days in a Fightin Phils uniform. So Rincones with a blast that made it a 5-1 game, and the Phils looked like they were in a prime position as they turned over the bullpen, but it's been a hairy couple of days for the Fightin Phils bullpen, and it turned out to be another one. Charles McAdoo in the 7th inning hit a 2-out solo home run off of Wesley Moore, who came on as the 3rd pitcher of the night. Nelson Alvarez with a clean 6th inning for the Fightins. Moore gives up the solo home run to McAdoo. That made it a 5-2 ball game. And then we headed to the 8th inning, and Andrew Walling came in out of the bullpen for the Fightins and ran into all kinds of problems. Josh Rivera started with a double after a ground out. Deshaun Brown singled, and then on a ground ball to third, Otto Kemp bobbled it. That allowed a run to score. Alex De Jesus then followed with an RBI single. Same thing for Pinango. And when it was all said and done, the Fisher Cats put 3 runs across on 4 hits, and that error certainly helped the cause. But Daniel Harper came in out of the bullpen ultimately to put out the fire, as Walling ends up the night with just a third of an inning retired, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. And with that, the Fisher Cats had tied up the ball game at 5-5, and Reading came to the plate in the bottom of the 8th inning, and that's when things turned back to the favor of the home team, and Carson Taylor got it started as he doubled off the Redners Event Center in right center field. Otto Kemp then lined one into right field for a base hit. That allowed Taylor to score. Right fielder R.J. Schreck let the ball get past him, and Kemp rolled all the way around to third base for a single, and then the error that brought Robert Moore to the plate. Infield brought in to try to cut off another run, and Moore was able to slap one back through the middle for a base hit, drove in a run. Kemp got his 30th RBI of this season, and Moore got his 39th RBI of the season, and the Phils got some insurance in addition to that go-ahead run as they finished the inning with 2 runs on 3 hits, but more importantly took the lead 7-5. Harper came back out after getting the last 2 outs of the 8th inning and retired the Fisher Cats in order in the 9th, and he picks up the win. He is 2-0 now on the season after picking up that win. So a great job by Harper coming out of the bullpen after the Phils ran into some trouble in that 8th inning. 5 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors, and 5 left on base for the Fisher Cats. 7 runs on 11 hits, 1 error, and 5 left on base for the Phils as well. Andrew Bechtold takes the loss for the Fisher Cats as he was the pitcher of record in that 8th inning, and he suffers the loss. Game played in a very crisp 2 hours and 19 minutes, played in front of a great crowd here tonight at FirstEnergy Stadium. 7,704 watching baseball in Baseball Town. So that will do it for our broadcast tomorrow night. Back at it here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Again, 7 o'clock is first pitch. The Diamond Credit Union Plaza opens up at 5 o'clock, and it'll be a Bryson Stott T-shirt giveaway for fans coming to tomorrow night's game. The pitching matchup, Braden Fosnaugh, who was just called up from the Jersey Shore Blue Claws and is a Pennsylvania product, played his college baseball at Westchester. He'll get his Baseball Town debut tomorrow night. The left-hander will face right-hander Hunter Gregory on the mound for New Hampshire. Again, 7 o'clock is the start time here at FirstEnergy Stadium. So one more time, the Fightin' Phils take the win. They are now 16-24 on the season. New Hampshire falls to 13-24 on the second half of the year. Again, 5 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors, 5 left on base for the Fisher Cats, 7 runs on 11 hits, 1 error, and 5 left on base for the Fightin' Phils. That will do it for our broadcast. My broadcast partner, Jake Starr. My name is Bob McCool. Invite you to tune in tomorrow morning on the Mornings with Mike show, WEEU 8:30 a.m., or you can listen to us online at 830weeu.com. Brock Stassi will be a guest in the 8 o'clock hour. The show on from 6 to 9 a.m. on WEEU. Mike Keller and yours truly will be talking with Brock Stassi and Jake Starr tomorrow morning on WEEU on our Mornings with Mike program. I invite you to tune in to listen as the former Phil and now former Fightin' Phil and Phil as well as the current hitting instructor. Good time to talk to the hitting instructor after the home team put up 11 hits and 7 runs tonight. So well timed on our part to have Brock Stassi as our guest tomorrow morning at 8:05. So that'll do it for our broadcast. Again, for Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Reading wins it. Final score, the Fightin' Phils 7, New Hampshire Fisher Cats 5. Tomorrow night, back at it here at the ballpark again. 7 o'clock is first pitch. We'll be on the air at 6:45. For my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, thanks for tuning in, everyone. My name is Bob McCool. Hope you'll tune us in again tomorrow night, again at 6:45. If not, better yet, love to see you here at the ballpark. Great night for baseball here. Promise to be a great week for baseball as well here in Baseball Town. Hope to see you at the ballpark. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have yourselves a great evening.